We're live. Wow.
Wow.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
Is everyone
how are
coming
ya?
in clear? Can you hear everyone?
I can
Do I need to turn up the music? Do I need to turn up their voices? What's going on? New model for Beck again? Nah. This is DM Beck. What you talking about?
I've always been here. Come on, guys.
New layout? Yes! I hope y'all like it. I was working on this before we actually started, so enjoy. We got some wanted posters over there for like Malve, Box, Jay, Morgana, William.
I appreciate that Box's name is slightly askew.
Yes.
slightly asking.
I should have put like little claw marks next to boxes. Like
let's be real. Who wants to go collect that bounty?
You should put a drinks like alcohol stain on mine.
Oh, I could actually just hang on. I got you. We're vibing before we start, guys. Don't worry. But I do have an idea.
Yeah, it gives you all time to get those bingo cards out.
Get your bingo cards ready.
Please, for the love of God, get them ready.
Because we ain't going to help you.
Are you ready?
Well, we might help you.
ready?
I'm gonna be honest. We're not that cruel. We might actually help you.
Try.
We'll try to help
Helping
you.
people?
No promises.
We try our best.
Helping people in this day and age?
In this economy?
This is what we mean by helping.
Oh shit, my fucking Discord is not on. Oh, you
Could
said
have
you were
added
recording.
a question mark at the end of box name. Box? Question mark?
Like, why the fuck that is new?
That tracks. That tracks.
Mhm.
But how are you guys doing? Is everyone ready?
I exist.
I do believe it's vibe check time.
Yeah. Oh
Vibe
yes. Oh, everyone get those bingo cards. The first one's here.
Yeah, that's bad. That's like real bad.
Mm.
Seven.
Oh.
3
7
plus
vibe
the
check.
4 on the D4.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's a great vibe check.
Are you telling me guidance couldn't help the vibe check?
I don't think any of us have
Is it
guidance.
supposed to?
Nah, it could.
I don't think any of us have guidance, do we?
No.
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 We have like the opposite of guidance. Murder.
The opposite of guidance.
I debated about it, but I never got it.
Womp womp.
Not yet, anyways.
Fine, it builds character.
Well, it'd be cool if I had my character sheeted, wouldn't it?
That would
Nah,
you
you
don't
don't
need
need
it.
that.
Cool if you did.
Just roll based on vibes. Be like, yeah, I rolled a 2, and I think based on the vibes that I have a plus 20 to this roll.
So the vibes say that's a nat 20, actually. Jeez. Wow, what are the chances of that?
What are the
Crazy.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah,
How does
so
everything
I'm
sound though,
interested.
Chad? Everything good?
Please tell us everything sounds okay.
Yes.
Is everybody
Because I don't
clear?
want to start if we're not like.
Let us know if like voices are too low or too high, etc.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah,
On
blah.
my end, everyone sounds clear as daisies, but like you know,
Same.
whatever.
Same
La
Z.
la la. La la la.
Blah, blah, blah.
Don't you blah 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 on me? Mm.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Wherever I want. How about that?
No, you're right. Bold of me to assume that you didn't know what you were doing.
I might try to see if Chris can bring me food.
Oh,
Whoa!
that's a big
That's a big
steak.
turnip.
No, it's not. It's a steak.
Oh.
Steak and potatoes?
Oh.
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Don't tease me like that.
I'll put it right here.
Oh, don't
That's
tease me
for
like that.
chat.
God.
Did they cook it?
We having
Freshly prepared.
some Monster Hunter type meats over here. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even start with me.
That's for you, chat. Eat up. Nom, nom, nom.
You need to grow big and strong.
Grow up
Here
big and
comes the
strong for Bex.
Here comes the airplane.
Okay.
Oh God! Don't remind them. Do not remind them.
Oh, remind me of what? Hang on. Let me look at
In
chat
chat.
real quick. Let me
Oh.
take a little peek. Hang on. Morgana might be too high for me, but that's being nitpicky because in lore, Box's true name is his. Yes, Admiral
the
Turbo
only
Meowington.
I think the only person that actually knows is Will, and whenever
Yes.
Will called
And
him
Zanzibar.
that, Box, yeah, and Box tried to freaking paralyze him.
Failed, might I add. Failed. Because
Mhm.
Will was like, Will was the definition of like, Box had him by the collar, shaking him, and Will had the fucking XD face, like, ha 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 ha.
Hee hee. Hee 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 hee.
Tee-hee, tee-hee, tee-hee. Okay. So. I think, Ria, you're still there? I wasn't sure if you
I'm
stepped away.
here.
Okay, cool. Then we'll go ahead and get started. Demon, what was your vibe check?
A 7 total. 3
Oh.
plus 4.
Understood. Okay. Everyone roll your d20s. We have to find out who's getting harassed today.
Where the fuck did that die go?
This is episode 17.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when I roll
Oh.
high on things that aren't in the session.
That's just a flat roll, right?
Here, I'll put it in
Yeah.
the title. There we go. Wow, those are some good numbers.
Yeah.
Yep,
Are we gonna
super
roll
great.
like this during the
Super
session?
awesome.
Me? No.
Let me roll and see who's closest.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I have decided. It has been fated into
The
existence.
voices have spoken.
Has it been
Oh,
forced?
where is everyone currently at this time?
I'm with Jay at the beach.
Pretty sure I'm in Shayfer's office or thereabouts.
I don't remember.
I think everybody was still in the what is it called? The fish house thing, and then me and Jay were out on the beach area.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
that's right. Because didn't we make a note of what needed to be taken care of? 1 second. I think I actually might have that notated somewhere.
Hopefully, because I do not fucking remember.
Because Jay and Morgana were going to have a whole conversation that
And then
we
my
had
mic started fucking up.
Yeah, that we had to redo because Ria's mic started fucking up real
Yes,
bad.
that is what was happening.
And but I had also stated that Malve was going to have the first turn through it because Malve hadn't had a lot of like screen time last time. So we're gonna start with Malve. But first, Will, what are you doing?
No, I don't remember shit.
There are notes posted.
Where are your notes? There you are. Oh, it's okay.
Where
Many
are
items
you,
total
Will?
pin. Will is, I don't know where the fuck Will
Actually,
would be.
I believe
Will
he
is
was near Shayfer's office also.
Ah,
yeah. I'll just say that Will was near Shayfar's office.
all right. So as you were getting ready to just step outside, maybe get a breath of fresh air, you feel eyes upon you. Will, what do you do with this sudden paranoia that you feel?
Will takes a deep breath in. Deep breath out. He reaches into his satchel and pulls out a piece of paper, turns around to the podium that was not there 2 seconds ago and taps it.
Boom mic ready. There's a box
I'm gonna
around
be-
you.
20 item total, 10 per satchel, 45. 2 Anamina mushrooms, or mushies, as they are in the notes. 2 moss, 4 small blue glowing mushrooms, 3 spore, 5 moss, 6 mushrooms, 4 bluegrass, centipede items, 10 and 5. 1 head, 3 centipede legs. Simple satchel, 500 silver. 50 gold, lapis, 100 gold, an emerald, and 2 platinum, 20, with a squiggly line in front. 400 copper, squiggly line in front of 40 gold. 110 gold in C, S, and P. Oh, copper, silver, and platinum. I got that one. 210 total. Box and Estelle make a sand/glass castle. I was morally confused and worried about the complications that come from Box being able to submit such fiery capabilities.
It's fine.
Estelle watches over Zanzibar. Theo helps the party obtain a boat to cross the dungeon. Dungeon was memorialized for the Great War from Phraan. Arrived at the dungeon and came across the... I'm sorry, I misread that. Dungeon was memorialized for the Great War from Grandpa. Arrived at the dungeon and came across a stone door. Theo opened the door with a sigil, found out Box is claustrophobic. I'm putting a star next to that one. Theo opened the door with a sigil, found out Box is claustrophobic. Jay tried to use the sigil that Theo used to open another door. That led to Theo's mother trying to f***ing kill him. Arrived in the dungeon, came across a stone door. Theo opened the door with the sigil, found out Box is claustrophobic again. Why is that on there twice?
Why are you? It's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled back. My bad, guys. Jay tried to use a sigil that Theo used to open another door, fought a Moldy Duragar, fought 5 goblins, Box firebombs room with a mother centipede and her children. Mother centipede had a shrieker shroom on it. Returned to Vista and proceeded towards Shayfer's office. Phraan showed up and had a conversation with Jay about Seraphina showing up.
The camera crew starts yawning.
Theo opened the door with a sigil, found Boxes claustrophobic again. Let's see. Found a moldy dagger. Y'all wanted this shit, and I I wad it up and throw it at the guy yawning. I kick the podium down. Y'all came to me for this shit. You get what you get.
The person with the script is like flipping through, and then they look at you and they shake their head in shame, like, mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Don't shake your head at me. This has been stressful, motherfucker. Step down off the podium. I'm going back to doing whatever the I was doing before. Now that I remember, because you guys came in here and around and find out.
Fuck.
They just kind of look at each other, shrug, and then like look at the script. You see that you have thoroughly confused and baffled the camera crew.
Can we make it like semi-canon that anytime Will curses in front of the camera crew, he just gets a bleep?
Yes.
You got to edit that now for the video. That's the best part. Will get censored.
And they just kind of shrug and walk
Mm-hmm.
away for a little bit. And you do see that the camera crew is not satisfied, but they're like, all right, whatever. Fucking, we did our job. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with Malve. Malve, you are meeting with Shayfer, who is currently sitting in his office looking over all of the detailed notes that you gave regarding the dungeon and what was residing in there.
Yes, so We did bring you all the necessary ingredients that you asked for, but we also brought in another 10 or so items full of the centipedes ingredients. And yes, we were able to get the lapis, but we weren't able to find a diamond.
Okay. Well, I guess put the items that you were able to receive on the desk currently.
Right, here they are.
And Shayfer's gonna sift through them a little bit and take a look. Honestly, you got more than I was expecting you guys to get out of it. I usually pick that place clean, so it was either everything was
seem to
growing
be
back
picked clean.
everything was either growing back incredibly fast, or maybe I haven't been there as recent as I thought I did. Oh well. Either way,
Well, it seems to be
I'll
busting full of
consider.
creatures too. So
I will consider your debt paid. I appreciate the hard work that y'all did. But my concern does lie with the creatures that you found in there. The centipedes and the spiders, I can understand that, but the others?
the Dorgar and the goblins.
Yes, that is a little bit problematic. I'm not sure what exactly is going on there, why they're there, because one, they're far away from home, that's for sure. Second, I personally haven't even seen them. They would have had to cross the water to get there, unless there's another way to get into that temple. Which there shouldn't be. They shouldn't have been able to be in there in the first place.
Well,
That's
even
my
when we
concern.
arrived, the door was sealed shut, right? Oh, guess we didn't even ask you how we were supposed to get in there. Luckily, we had Theo with us.
Yes, Theo is pretty reliable whenever it comes to opening up the dungeon there. And you didn't see anything else? Anything
It
out of the
seemed like
ordinary besides
like
the creatures?
dungeon in and of itself would go further in, but we needed to. Well, we just got what we needed and came back. And there was a giant hole that led down further.
Got it.
I think we told you, but the walls were covered in coral.
Oh, yes. Yes, you all did mention something like that. I guess my question falls on where exactly they're coming from, because that's not...
Right. I mean, they're either coming from somewhere within, or they're just appearing there. Because there were, not to my knowledge, we didn't see any boats on the outside that would have helped them get there.
Out of curiosity, how far into the temple did you go? I don't normally go past the entrance much. So
we went maybe 2 or 3 rooms in.
Yeah,
it really wasn't too far in.
That's about how deep I usually go. Alright. I have a request. It is not a necessity, of course, and I will pay you for it. Considering how close by that is to this town, and I mean, obviously this is my home now, I would prefer to make sure that it is safe. If you wouldn't mind, you and your company, going in and investigating exactly what's down there and how they're coming in, it might be beneficial for not just yourselves, but perhaps even for my town. We don't need to be overrun by Dudagar and undeads or whatever the hell else is down there. Goblins and centipedes and spiders I can handle no problem. That is not an issue.
Not to mention the shroom creature that seemed to be inside the centipede.
The what?
There was some kind of mushroom creature. I think someone called it a shrieker.
There was a shrieker down there?
Yes.
And he's sifting through all of the items that you gave him, and he's checking to see if the shrieker mushroom is amongst them. Is it?
I don't believe we grabbed it now.
Okay.
No, we burnt it and left it.
Yeah, we left it to burn.
That could be problematic.
What is that?
Shriekers are. Think of it like spores. Obviously, spores will travel through the air and travel through wind, and they'll spread here or there.
Oh, we
But you
did
said
bring some small spore samples back from that were on the Draugar.
Shayfer packs up a little, and then he puts on a mask. He's like, "Excuse me."
They were I guess wetted, so they shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, okay. He keeps the mask on, and he hands you one too.
Oh, well, thank you.
He starts looking over the spores that you collected. I'm gonna have to do more research on this. Would you mind if I keep the sample?
Yes, we brought it here for you. So
Perfect. Yes, I'll do some more research on this, and then I'll go from there. But if you could just pass along the message to your company, of course, I'll pay you well. Honestly, I have the coin to spare.
I mean, it sounds doable to me. I'll definitely have to discuss it with the rest of the party.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it. So, just leave me to my work for now, and I will see you momentarily regarding all of this.
Yes, depending on whether we go in before you're finished conducting your research, I'll give you my sigil so you can contact me through there.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that, and he will gladly take it. You now have Shayfer in your contacts.
Awesome.
Malve, is it safe to say that you are starting to leave the office?
Yes.
As you're leaving the office, you see a courier walking by. Oh, excuse me. And it's just a human woman with like her little courier hat, and she has like a satchel of letters. What's your passive perception?
What is passive perception again?
Okay. It'll be your
I had it written down.
I think it's like your perception.
It should be, yeah.
10 plus perception.
Yeah, 10 plus perception.
So it's 14.
14? Okay. Perfect. So as you're walking by, the door is closed behind you, and you overhear for a moment. Just a moment. Shayfer, sorry about the disturbance. I have a letter from the king for you. He's summoning you.
Oh.
And that's all you hear. All right.
Okay.
Next, we're going to go ahead and move over to Jay and Morgana, who are sitting on the beach currently.
Yeah.
I will give y'all's moment for RP to do so.
Okay. Morgana walks down the stairs and goes to you, Jay. So this is where you are? Or actually, no. He was like right after his conversation with Phraan, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So how'd it go?
You know, the usual, very to the point with him.
Are you all right?
There's a lot to think about. A lot came to me all at once. And then I've got my thing with William.
You've been distant lately.
Well, you know, a lot's happened since we left New Haven. Your recovery, Zanzibar, Estelle, the dungeon. I guess I just haven't had the time.
For your party or in general?
I guess in general.
And she walks over a bit more and sits down in the sand next to you. Do you want to talk about it?
He's gonna look at Morgana like weirdly perplexed. But he'll take off his scarf and sit down next to her. Well, I saw you. You were there when I was being buried in the sand, and when Theo tried to do his whole thing.
How did
And
that
I know
go?
so a memory was able to come up. I guess I'm from here. I'm from this world. Well, Luke was. And Alistair was
Luke?
there. Yes. He'll summon a shadow. He was from here.
Out of character, I'm
Alistair-
trying to remember if Jay told Morgana about Luke at all.
Oh.
No? Okay.
Pretty sure I did.
Did you?
I thought you were talking about the memory. No. Luke, you know his name. You don't know much else about him. Because Jay
Okay.
was slowly recovering
Yeah.
memories, so there's a lot that you still don't know yet.
Okay. So she looks at the shadow. So you're Luke, and Luke is the shadow, and the shadow is you?
Technically, yes. I don't know if I told you, but I changed my name because I didn't want to be Luke anymore.
I change my name all the time.
But Theo was able to pull a memory out where Alistair was there, along with his wife and a couple other of our past friends. And Alistair had just brought the news to me that he was having twins. And I was to be their godfather.
You seem upset. I thought you wanted to know about your past.
I'm upset because
Should I not have told Theo about?
No. Honestly, I appreciate the notion. I'm just upset that everything I worked for, becoming this hero and having someone to teach, having friends, having just a world I could live in. Fulfilling my dream, but still disappearing.
Where did you go?
I don't know. But I disappear every time something is fulfilled. And Theo had told me that I disappeared when he turned 10.
How old is he now?
28.
Hmm.
And then Alistair just told me he made a wish to bring Luke back. But what he got
Made
was
a wish.
me. Yeah, that is what he told me.
So, what are you going to do now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I always wanted to just pursue what I've always wanted, but I had already done that, and it still didn't stop me from leaving. So what's it gonna take to stop me from leaving again this time? I don't want to lose Will. I don't want to lose Box. I want to lose Malve. And I don't want to lose you.
Despite having my little incidents, I am glad that I didn't accidentally kill you.
You gotta stay silent at that.
And she's just kind of nonchalantly looking at her nails, just.
We're gonna mark that on the bingo card as Morgana doesn't understand emotions. This whole conversation is Morgana not understanding, but I was waiting for a specific moment, and that was it. She's like, yeah, I'm just gonna drop some like serious lore. Oh god, my nails need to be redone.
Like she's just looking at her nails, and she just drops that line.
100%. Giving Cusco energy.
Yeah. And she looks up. What, did I say something wrong?
No, I just wasn't expecting that.
Is this not how you comfort people?
It's surprising coming from you.
Well, I'm still trying to understand a lot of things, but that
Thank you.
was genuine, if
Yes.
you're wondering.
No, I never doubted you for a second.
Well, I think Will does.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's got a couple doubts.
I heard your conversation with him.
It's hard kind of not to hear when you're in a room that echoes in a dungeon.
He said he didn't want another Zanzibar incident.
I'm assuming that means one of us being taken over, being the one responsible to killing one of us.
Yes, but that's still... How do you put it? It still hits something, and
I'm hoping to talk with him tonight. It's been almost a month since I've spoken with him. Seems like there's something stewing inside that just kind of overflowed. And I have to find out if I'm really the reason why he exploded like that, or if there's something else.
you know he's married now, right?
Yep. Sent that knew about that from a Sending Stone message.
Ah, that's right.
Thank you, Morgana.
Huh?
Thank you.
For...
comforting me.
And she just kind of sits there like, mm-hmm.
Sharpening nails with starfish.
Can we head back to see if we need to do anything else with Shayfer.
Probably.
All right. I am gonna go ahead and move over to Will and Box.
It's me.
What are y'all currently doing?
I
Will
don't
is-
remember, but I know what I want to go do.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just
Question.
gonna have Will. Oh,
Hmm.
sorry, stretch. Oh my god, that felt good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, stretch in the
I'm
sun and curl around and lay down in the sand.
Big stretch.
I'm just having Will go through his notes again, the medical notes as well as the necromancy notes.
Okay. So while you're going through the notes, actually this will be perfect. Box. We'll start with you. We'll go with you first.
Boy, is Estelle still here?
Estelle is still here. Yeah, she's hanging out with Zanzibar right now.
Hey, perfect. To the clinic. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, Shayfer. Are you busy?
Just as you knock, the door opens and the courier leaves, and Shayfer is sitting at his desk with his bifocals on and reading a letter that he received. What is your passive perception?
16.
Your passive perception sees a sigil on the letter, and it is from the king. Oh, come in. Sorry, I was taking care of something. And he folds up the letter and he puts it away.
I will remember that for later. I'm not going to say anything, though.
Is Box making a note?
Yes. Well,
Not a
well,
note
I
to
didn't say
self.
note to, yeah, not a note to self. The player is actually writing down information. Hold on.
Demon will remember that. How the fuck do you spell sigil?
Sigil.
There you go. It was right the first time.
Sigil.
It doesn't look like
Seagull.
it's spelled right.
That
And
is always how I
birds.
pronounce it in order to spell it.
Yep.
I pronounce things really weird ways also in order to spell
Yep.
them.
Same. But yeah, Box will come in and be like, so I have question, but I feel like it would be better if we had input from Phraan as well. Just like have people that have,
so you want
overlapping
input
knowledge.
from Mr. Alistar as well.
Yeah. I mean, we can just ask, is Estelle still here so we can just see if he's busy? And
Well,
like, he
I
can just
have him on
hop
my
over?
sending stone. I can just contact him. I think he's still in town.
I
So
just have a couple of questions about something.
sure. Yeah, give me one moment. And he'll contact Phraan, and you'll hear Phraan just say, "Alright, I'll be right over." And after, I would say, like, 2 or 3 minutes, because it's a small town, Phraan is walking through the door. Hi! You needed me for something? Is everything alright?
I have just question. I feel like it would be better to ask both of you since Shayfer is healer. I'm not 100% sure what you do fully. I just know you helped out. I have questions.
Oh.
So, we partially had this conversation before, Phraan, but I just want to know if anybody else has any information. Does either of you have ability to what is the word? See magic stuff?
They both look at each other, and they both respond at the same time. Yes.
Well, the box will just hold out his arms and just like activate, and you'll understand probably the questions that I am getting at.
So Phraan and Shayfer will look for what you're trying to show them. Are you trying to show them specifically all of the sigils on your body, or just like a few?
Yeah, he'll do a little spin.
Doing a little spinny spin. Okay.
Mhm.
Shayfer is a little taken back. Phraan, not so much. He almost seems a little unfazed, but he is just looking it over. You see Shayfer starting to take down a few notes here or there, looking it over.
I would like if this doesn't get spread to a whole bunch of people, because I'm not entirely sure the ramifications of this. The only extra info, honestly, because Will sent off information about it to his dad, and I'm kind of freaking out about that because I don't know his dad. So I just
know
have
his
random.
dad, so you don't have to worry about that. He's a pretty private man.
Okay. Hold on. I have to scroll through my notes and find out the shit that we wrote down about it because I fucking forgot.
We haven't had time to read the note from his dad yet. Because Will wanted to read that with Box.
I think the more concerning thing is actually this will probably clear up a bunch, and he'll give them the paper he gave to Morgana the first time about the experiments.
Oh. And they're gonna... Well, Shayfer will take it specifically and look it over. Phraan's gonna lean in on your chest a little bit. Sir Admiral Turbo...
No, don't do that. No. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, if it helps, that means that, I mean, you're a cat.
Something like that.
Something like
not
that.
A cat, not a cat anymore.
Feline. No. He's gonna go around the back of your neck.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm concerned about because it literally says in infernal runes, which apparently are corrupting the rest of the runes across my body, which, other thing, they're also on my bones, so...
On your
Not
bones?
the bones.
Yes.
On the bones.
But there's that, but like I said, apparently the infernal runes that are like mixed in with whatever's going on are spreading, and then there's the concerning bit around my neck that says property of Brindle.
Property of Brindle?
Yeah, I don't really like that. That seems a bit no.
Phraan is gonna make a mental note of it.
Yeah, I just, thought I'd ask some people, because I don't know if they're rapidly changing. I don't know who this Brindle is. And
I can
the
look
fact
into that
that
for you. That's not a problem.
And then the fact that I have different name, I don't know anything about.
Well, Well, normally when you have a name like that, well, and Phraan's trying to find a way to say something. It's not quite coming out. I know a lot of people. Box. I know quite a few. I honestly, I know almost everyone on this continent. And I take pride in knowing everyone on this continent. I don't know who Brindle is. I've never heard this name before. But
they're infernal runes, so I'm assuming it's something to do with infernals.
But I have heard your name before, Admiral Meowington.
Oh my god, I already have to deal with it from Will. I'm going to drop him from 200 feet in the air if he does it again. But, yeah, Where did you hear my name?
From the person looking for you.
There's somebody... Okay, well, there's probably several people looking for me, which...
Let me rephrase. For the child who lost their cat years ago. I knew
it. Interesting.
You're no longer a cat.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that information. Can I roll to see if Box even fucking remembers going to get these papers?
I
Because we kind of picked them up, and then Box almost died. Well, practically died.
go ahead
Matt
and
Hanson.
roll insight.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's significant. That's probably the worst near-death experience we've had so far. Oh shit, I actually did roll really good. Said insight.
Mhm.
Ooh, and I have pluses to wisdom. Pseudo 20.
Ooh. Okay, so what exactly,
Nice.
what kind of information are you trying to gather specifically from these documents?
Remember
This
the papers that he picked up when we went to go talk to Jalissa?
Yes. So, the information that you're trying to gather from these documents, or what you do have, these are what we like to call limb enhancers, but magically. So, the runes on your bones.
Oh no, not that. The like papers that I literally got from Jalissa, like the lost cat shit.
Oh, that.
It's like,
But-
does he
what I
remember
was
that
thinking
at
of.
all?
You remember that. Jalissa was talking about it so, like, a lot. Like, whenever there was a distraction being done, I think you were the just distraction, if I remember correctly, because Zanzibar was, going around the shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was the
so-
distraction, asking her a bunch of questions.
So because we kind of went wah, well, essentially while Zanzibar was going through, this is what you heard and what you can remember from that information.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go off of. We're gonna flashback to you standing in front of Jalissa. Oh yeah, so my granddaughter lost her cat years ago. And she's been looking for this cat like crazy. So if you happen to see them, if you could just let us know, there's a reward. We are willing to pay any amount of money to get this cat. She adored that cat. They had dress ups, they had tea parties, they ate food all the time. She's a huge carnivore, so she loves to eat meat. She taught them how to fish. At one point, the cat jumped in the water, came back with a whole trout in their mouth. She loves that cat to death. So if you see it, please let us know.
The cat in question.
The cat in question, yes.
I guess Box was like reaching to his like fucking the nest that Box stands for made in his fucking chest. It was just like, well, all the papers that I got about it got burned up by poison. So, it's just yeah, we went to talk to Jalissa, and apparently it's her granddaughter. That apparently I was
right.
her cat. She has a reward. I don't know how that works. If you're the one that went missing, do you collect the reward? I don't know if that works like that.
I mean, you wouldn't know until you try, am I right? I'm sure she would just be thankful, and I'm sure her granddaughter would just be happy to see you.
Maybe? I don't know. I feel like I am a lot bigger than regular cats, and I feel kind of bad.
I mean, they're goblins,
'cause
so anything is bigger than them at this point.
Yeah, fair, but like, I don't know. I feel kind of bad because it's like I don't remember them like at all.
Well, maybe if you were to meet them again, it might jog your memory.
Maybe because I met Jalissa and it didn't really jog anything.
Well, no, that's not the person who would matter to you. I'll tell you what. When y'all head out, unless you're coming back to New Haven for any reason, I don't see why you would. Since y'all are going to be heading to Brimgrood, I suggest staying along the shore when you travel. Go ahead and pass by. Stop by and see them. Maybe, even if you don't tell them who you are, maybe seeing them again might jog your memory. Plus, you'll find good respite there, so.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's on the way. We can always stop. So there's at least that. I don't really know what else we have going on. I know my mom's in the area over there. This brings up so many questions that
I'm
I
sure.
feel like I do not want to know any of the answers to.
Well, I mean, you were taken from your home. Nobody really wants to know why you were ripped away from that life.
No, I know why.
You do.
Yeah, it's all on the papers that I gave you. Or, well, Shayfer's reading over them.
Shayfer is like going through each and everything. He's so hyper focused that he hasn't heard anything that y'all are talking about.
Yeah, it's all in the one paper that I have. I feel like I told you part of this, but I don't tell a lot of people. But yeah, no, somebody, I'm assuming, kidnapped me and was running experiments on me.
Which would explain the sigils and the
Being
limb
much bigger than a
enhancers.
cat. Yeah, that too. Still not 100% sure.
Out of
Other
curiosity,
than like,
seeing what I'm seeing here, this had to have been painful. These are limb alterations. If you were just a normal, everyday cat, growing to the size that you now are, the pain would have been excruciating.
I try not to think about it. I do, going off of the information that's in the papers. Apparently, a good portion of the runes, at least running down my spine, were what kept me alive.
I'll look into Brindle and see who they are. Or what they are, whatever this is. Yeah. I'll try to get as much information as I possibly can for you. No guarantee, though. If this is somebody that even has gone under my radar, that means that it's going to be a little bit harder for me to pull that information. But I will do everything in my power to get that for you.
I think the only other thing I'm worried about is the... I don't have the ability to look at magic things, so I don't know if there's been any significant change on the runes. So I don't know how much the infernal influence is spreading, and I don't really know what that means for me.
Phraan is going to lean back against the wall, and he starts thinking about it, and Shayfer's going to stand up and walk over to you. It looks like a lot of these sigils have kind of lost their charge, if that makes sense to you. They're not currently altering your body, but if reactivated, they could.
That sounds very bad.
It's incredibly dangerous. That's what it is. Alterations like
that explains something I'm just now thinking about. So, well, Phraan heard about it. We kind of had little run-in with Fae sickness things, the Morgana situation. It's not my business to tell everybody, but Phraan already knows. The Morgana situation that we just had to pass. When we were like, what is that place called? Phraan, you'll know, I think.
No, yes, you were in the, oh my gosh, the Tree of Life.
Yeah, I had, this really weird feeling, the entire time that I was there. I guess that kind of explains it.
And Shayfer's going to sit on his desk. From what I'm gathering and what you're telling me, the closer you get to any strong magical powers or any magical type of charge that you could possibly get close to, it may reactivate some things. Now, that just means that you have to be incredibly careful whenever you're getting close to larger magical artifacts. I don't know exactly what triggers it. Not necessarily. It has to be a source. Everyday magic can be used around you, for example, and then he's going to gesture over to Phraan, who's just going to do like dancing lights around you. That's not doing anything to your sigils. That's not going to do anything to your sigils. It's magic that is surrounding you, but it's not going to affect you. What will affect you, however, is if somebody has a conduit, something that is a source of strong magic. It could be a staff that's just imbued with, energy. It could be a...
Looks at the staff that's on his back.
It could be a lot of different things. It could be a certain magical item that specifically, is connected to a god or a goddess. It really just depends on what magical items you have, and depending on the magic and the intention behind it, it could be something that is trying to activate whatever is on your body. Have you felt any different? Have you felt any changes, alterations?
I don't know. Have I? I don't think I've actually used the staff before.
You have not used the staff before.
You used it to bonk someone on the head.
Yeah, I smacked somebody with it. I mean, I have one magic item, but I haven't actually used it the way it's supposed to be used. I smacked somebody with it.
Phraan is going to look at Shayfer, and then Shayfer's gonna look at Phraan. Can I see that?
Sure, and he'll hand him the stick.
And Phraan's going to hold the staff, and he's going to snap it in half. And throw it to the side. I need you to make a wisdom check.
Oh, no.
Ooh, I am not proficient in wisdom checks.
I'm sorry, wisdom save.
Even worse. I am not proficient in them. 5.
Oh.
5.
3 plus 2.
The second he breaks the staff, you feel a sharp, intense pain go across your head. It's almost like the worst migraine of your life. So painful that it actually causes you to collapse. God damn.
God.
It actually causes you to collapse to your hands and knees, and you feel like you're about to pass out from the pain.
Do I need to roll to stay conscious?
Yeah, roll a constitution save for me, buddy.
9. Excuse me, to 11.
Ah, okay. So you don't pass out, but you feel like you're about to. Your vision is getting blurry. Your hands are shaky. Your body is shaking.
Immediately.
Oh, no.
Phraan is going to kneel down next to you, holding on to both the pieces. This is a cursed item.
That's really bad, because all of us have one.
What?
I could have sworn we told you about that. But yeah, no.
You told me that it was from a goddess, but y'all never showed them to me. And Phraan is going to get up, and he's going to run out.
So, did the runes change?
So Shayfer is going to he's gonna be like patting you on the back, and as he's patting you on the back, he's going to be shifting your fur a little bit to see if anything happened. So you kept this on your back for most of the time, right?
I don't like how that question was asked.
You did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so you feel Shayfer like rubbing your back, and something feels off about how he's rubbing your back. It feels like there's bumps that he's rubbing whenever he's trying to comfort you. And those bumps slowly go back inside of you. Your bones were shifting. And you hadn't even realized it.
Interesting. I see again that this feels bad. This feels bad.
It is. It is. It is, buddy. And he just keeps patting you on the back. Do you need a bucket?
I think everything that was in me is now on your floor, so I think
fine. I think I'm
good.
Day.
Yeah. I think I'm good.
And he's gonna get a chair for you to sit on.
How God, I feel like the best way to like figure out if anything is changed, because I definitely feel something, but I would really not like to shave my entire back because I don't know how fast my fur is going to grow back. I think the best way I can put it, it feels like my spine has done something, but I don't know if it went back to normal.
Your spine was extended.
Wait, does that mean I'm taller?
No. It means you were getting whiter. But it went back to normal.
Worrying.
You're fine now.
Well, that is...
It's a wide stance, my guy.
I don't know what questions to ask at this point.
It's a lot to take in. And a lot of bones to reconstruct in your body.
Yeah, especially since all of us have items like that.
Right.
But I'm the only person who hasn't used it, so...
Morgana's used hers.
I'm pretty sure Jay's also used it.
Mm-hmm.
Twice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's... It's starting to feel like if things would have went differently, we probably would have had 2 people shifting in our last situation.
Well, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
You're really the only person who would be affected by a cursed item like this. Meaning that somebody was trying to, in close proximity, affect you. I understand that Phraan is a little frustrated. But it really only would affect you. Depending on the type of curse, of course.
Well, I don't think we can really check now. Maybe? I don't know how magic items work.
And Shayfer looks down at the 2 pieces that are still on the floor. I know my way around cursed items. I can see if I can pull any remaining magic that was in it. See what's going on there.
Hold on. I have to remember. I think I have something for this, but I don't remember. Never mind, that's Gragnar. I was like, don't I have Identify? I was like, no, that's Gragnar. I mean, it's not going to do me a lot of use now, so, I mean, I'm not going to turn down getting some extra information.
Right.
Especially since it's making my fucking bones shift.
So, that being said, your bones are not normal, but back to normal. Back to before you received this item.
Which they weren't even normal then. But yeah, it's
as normal as it's gonna get, let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't think there's any undoing what's done. I don't think I can go back to being... I still cannot believe I used to be a cat. It's just...
Yeah.
Cause like,
honestly, I'm amazed by it too.
It's mostly because I'm just...
Does that make you a tabaxi? Does that...
I feel like it's more like tabaxi with a question mark is the best I can think
that
of.
is the best description that I could think of for you, yeah. Tabaxi question mark.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes, of course. That being said, though, I would recommend resting. I don't know the long-term effects of a cursed item being on your person for as long as it was, or however long that you did have it. I don't know how long you've had it. My recommendation would be for you to rest in my clinic, free of charge.
We've had them for a while.
How long is a while?
Like, probably a month, if not more.
A month?
If not more. Plus, I don't...
More?
Plus, I also, like I said, we kind of went to the Tree of Life, and I don't know if that made it worse. Also, we kind of, all of us had, like, face sickness slowly ticking up, so there's also that thrown on top of it. It's fine now, I think.
Please go stay in my clinic. I implore you. Go lay down.
Mm-hmm.
I will be with you shortly.
Yeah, you'll go lay in a bed where fucking Zanzibar is. Probably still here.
Zanzibar and Estelle are playing cards on their bed.
Oh shit! Who's cleaning who out?
They don't know how to play cards.
Awesome.
It's 50-50.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? I'm feeling so much better now.
Well, we have traded places. My bones are shifting.
You know, I had that once, the bone shifting thing. It was just like a broken leg. It felt awful. I can only imagine what you're going through. I apologize.
Yeah, I think I would take broken leg over this at this point.
Would you want a broken leg? Oh, buddy,
it would be
bad if you want a broken leg.
Yeah, it feels like it'd be easier to fix. Apparently, we've been carrying around cursed items this entire time.
Excuse me?
They have... Yeah. Phraan broke mine because apparently it was making my fucking runes activate.
Oh. Well, it's okay. I still got my acorn. That is definitely not cursed.
I didn't even think about that. Because I definitely was holding that at some point.
It's like, I got my acorn. It's a god's acorn. No harm can come from holding a god's acorn, right?
I'm gonna lay down just because I do not want to be responsible for your acorn like blowing up or something. Oh. Shayfer said he'll be in a second. I don't know.
He just keeps giving me medicine and I hate the taste of it.
I fucking bet. I'm probably about to get the exact same treatment as you, if not worse.
Oh, man.
But...
sorry to hear that.
Yes, Phraaan's here, though, so this will be interesting.
Oh, yeah, he came by and said hello to me and Estelle earlier.
Yeah, he came back because I had questions about the runes and then found out that we all have cursed items. So I'm assuming he's going to go talk to the rest of the people.
That is a safe
Should we-
assumption.
Should we tell them? I do actually have another sending stone. Since
Yeah, you have
which
the
I s-
sending stone. You don't have to worry about me just having to contact them. Or hear me out. My good friend Estelle, he is good at sending messages.
Or there's also the other thing that we have a problem because you don't have sending stone. I also didn't have sending stone until I got the new one because
don't have their
Morgana
numbers,
ate
do you?
it. Yeah, I don't have their numbers. Also, Morgana ate our old one. I don't know if
shit.
that's going to be a problem.
Hey Estelle, would you mind? Yeah, I can do that for you. Bye! And she runs out. I'm sorry. Hang on. She was on a bed. Yeah, she jumps off the bed with like intense speed and just runs through the door.
Yep, I'm gonna lay down. My bones feel like jelly.
Phraan is on his way to meet up with everyone. Will,
And
you would
Estelle
see
just
Phraan.
zooms by.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Will, you would see Phraan first, but you do see Estelle just like boom past Phraan.
Aren't you supposed to be laying down and resting?
Who, me? Or Estelle?
Estelle.
What? Oh, okay. You're talking to Estelle. She's gone. She didn't even hear you. You would have gotten the weren't. That's all she heard.
Oh,
So Phraan is gonna walk up to you, and he looks annoyed. He's rubbing his temples. Will.
Grandpa?
Do you happen to have any magical items on you that were given to you by a goddess?
Will's going to go, oh yeah, and he's gonna like point up to his room. It's up there.
In your room?
Yeah, I just took all my gear off since we're here.
Everyone needs to meet me at your, I guess, the inn that's here.
Okay. And he's gonna pull out his sending stone.
So as
Everybody-
you're pulling, before you do that, Estelle's already where Jay and Morgana are. Jay!
Oh, hello, Estelle.
Aren't you supposed to be laying down?
Shit. Yes, I am supposed to be laying down.
What's the message? I know you're here for that.
Zanzibar told me to tell you that Box has something to say.
And Box couldn't call us?
He doesn't have your numbers.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you said that Morgana ate it. Your numbers.
Right.
Right.
Okay, we're heading back. You go rest, please.
And she starts running again immediately. Malve!
Hello?
Hey, Malve.
Hey,
Box.
Estelle.
So, Zanzibar told me that Box has something to say to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
See you there.
And then as she runs off from Malve, that's when Will calls all of you guys.
Hey guys.
Yes, Will.
So something fishy up with the items that were given to us by the goddess. Phraan or
Wait, how do you
Grandpa
know
is
that?
looking, because Grandpa came asking about it with a really perturbed look.
He
Was
just
constipated.
all he did was ask. It's because that's a big assumption. All he did was ask you if you received any items from the goddess.
Yeah,
And
but
to
the way
be
he
given.
asked and the way he asked was like he was perturbed about it. It's not that I'm in saying that there's anything grandiose going on, but like he asked about the item, and when I said I didn't have it on me, he looked at me funny. It was from the way you were speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, if we can all meet back at The inn?
Box
What's
needs to talk to
wrong
us,
with
so if we can
the
meet back at
item?
where
Don't
He is.
know. He's just. Phraan, what's going on with the items that you're asking about him?
Just go to the end. It's too much to talk about.
Grandpa's got Alzheimer's, so we'll see him at the.
I swear to fucking God.
Which one? That
Me!
matters.
So,
Box is in
Listen,
the
talk
infirmary.
Are
We
we
should go and
going-
meet there.
are we going to
He's-
box or are we going to the inn first? What are we doing?
Phraan said in, so in. He just came
Okay.
from the infirmary, so I assume you've already had this conversation, Box.
I don't have
Just
you
came
guys'
from-
numbers.
Yeah, Box doesn't have your number.
Then you don't have
No,
bucks.
no, I'm talking to Phraan. I'm talking to Phraan.
Oh.
Because he
What-
came
what-
from
said
inside.
box. You said
So-
box, so
Yeah, you said Box.
I said, I assume you've already had this conversation with Box.
Oh. I
Since
don't
you
know
just-
what it is, but you should just like use dictation more because I did not hear that the first time you said
I didn't either.
it.
I should use dick more. Well noted.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Once again.
Yes, I've already had a conversation with Box. That's probably what he's calling you guys about. And then, like, as he's saying that, Estelle's gonna go up to Will. Hey, Will! Zanzibar told me that Box has something to say.
Cool, cool. Aren't you supposed to be laying down?
Bye! And she's gonna run off.
I guess
Meet me at the room.
we'll start
please.
heading to the inn.
Ron's
We
gonna
go to
leave.
the end.
Wait, Grandpa, I'll walk you there so you don't get lost with that Alzheimer's going.
Oh my god.
No, it's not good for your blood pressure.
If you weren't friends with my son right now, I would break your neck.
Oh, it's cute. You could break it anytime you wanted, but you're taking up for your son.
He's gonna slowly turn to you. I don't have time for your games.
Then walk and talk.
I'm not talking
What's
to
going
you. I'm
on?
not gonna repeat myself. I need everyone in one place. That's it.
Okay, well, we're all going there now. All right? We're going there now.
Good.
Things have been stressful for everybody. My coping
Okay.
mechanism is being a dick. So, just fucking deal with it.
So, after a few minutes, everyone does reconvene back at the inn. Okay, everyone, place your item
Typey, typey, type.
that you received in the middle of the room on this table, please.
Oh, I never received any item.
The items we received from goddesses? Gods?
From that moon goddess or whatever the fuck she said she was.
Morgana is
Cool.
going to take off her cloak and set it on.
Went by the name
the table.
Sehanin.
Sehanin, thank you.
What
Jay
did Will
will-
get? I forget, because Will hasn't used
You got
it.
a stick.
Yeah, I put the stick on the table.
Jay will take off the ring.
He looks over at Morgana. Your cloak.
Oh, she already put the cloak on.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Or off, sorry.
And he's gonna.
Is my mic being stupid again?
No, it just didn't come through. If you did say it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she slowly takes off the cloak and places it onto the table.
And you see him like hold his hand above all of the items, and they start to like shake and glow a little bit.
Is there something wrong?
Box's item was cursed.
Oh, lovely.
And these?
That's what I'm checking. Okay, it doesn't seem like these are affected, meaning that somebody is targeting Box directly. So,
Hmm.
here's what we need to do moving forward. Under no circumstances should you get any of these items close to Box. The runes on his body are slowly being altered by magical conduits. The stronger the conduit, the stronger the source. If they get
So something
close to him, they activate his runes and they alter and change his body.
So is something siphoning power and putting it into Box? Is that
Not necessarily. Think of it like charging something up. For example, and he'll hold up the little rune, the protection rune that you were given
Mhm.
for whenever you enter the forest. When you enter the forest, there are specific stations that you need to charge this at that have very similar runes, correct?
right?
That is a temporary source of power. Think of it like that, but you're overcharging something. When you overcharge something with magic, it has a tendency to explode or expand. What's happening here is somebody is trying to expand upon what is happening with Box. That is not safe. Not only for him, but for you guys as well. Currently, Shayfer is looking into the sigils that are written on his body to see if there's anything further that's going on there. But as of right now, if he expands any farther, we don't know what he will become or what will become of the area around him. He could be a ticking time bomb for all we know. And the last thing we need
What
is
do
him
you
to overcharge.
What do you suggest then?
Like I said, minimal contact with magical items. Now,
What would be the proximity that you know, to keep these away from him?
so long as it's not on his
Is it just
person.
specifically these items?
No, it's any magical
Any strong.
conduits.
She's going to take out the
Stated-
sword.
He stated something about the tree of life having an effect on his runes, and that is a large source of power. So, it doesn't have to be inherently good, bad, anything like that. From what I'm seeing here of your items, they are not cursed. None of these items are cursed. But what happened is that among the proximity of Box, his item was cursed. Which means one of two things. One, somebody cursed it purposefully. Two, the runes cursed his own item. He would be a walking curse.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you not to say that in front of him like that, you know?
I understand, which is why we're having this conversation away from him. I need to be blunt with you guys so that you understand the severity of all of this.
What kind of curse?
I don't know yet. That's what we're looking into.
Well, you said his weapon was cursed, so did you study it?
It's not a curse that I would have studied.
What I mean is, did you look into it? Did you have
They're
the item
looking
with
into
you?
it right now, is what he said.
Yes, we're all looking into it right now. Again, just from touch alone. It didn't give off any type of curse. It didn't tell me. There was no information, which is the terrifying part. Because that means I cannot find a source. And without a source, I cannot tell you what type of curse it is. All I know is that in proximity of Box, it cursed his item.
So if maybe the sigils were translated, we might have more understanding of them.
Correct. Which is what Shayfer is currently trying to do.
And then, as long as none of these items physically touch Box, they're fine for the party to carry.
Correct. So long as he doesn't hold it on his person for a long, extended period of time. As far as we're aware, you were all holding on to these items for a month, give or take. Within that month, at some point, this item became cursed, and it started to slowly alter his body. The extent of how much of it, I don't know. Again, that is something for Shayfer to look into. He's the doctor, not me.
Right.
I have to give you guys this warning because this is dangerous information. I cannot have Box's life at risk. And I cannot have his life risk your own.
Would... Maybe not, but... Would Theo be able to figure any of this out at all?
I'm not sure. I don't think he's well versed in curses.
Is he even still in town?
He is. Last I saw, he was at the beach.
Maybe he could do the same thing he did with Jay, to try and pick around memories and get more information that way, if he wants to.
That is a possibility, but that's something that he'll have to decide. However, if it is unsafe, I would recommend against it. And of course, Vox would have to be a willing participant.
Okay. So say in the event that he happens to be overloaded with energy at any point, is there a way that we would be able to dissipate said energy without causing harm?
Without causing harm? Not that I'm aware of. The only thing that I can think of is maybe trying to use Dispel Magic, which would maybe subside it for a little bit, but...
I was gonna say, on a
If
curse,
you
that
were
doesn't
to-
sound right.
Like I said, we don't really have the details of how exactly we can remove that.
And Will kind of just let out a sigh and slowly raise his hand.
Yes.
Will.
Chi manipulation, would that work?
I'm not familiar. Could you explain?
Dad's a monk. Bad energy is very commonplace, and typically monks will do one of like three things. 1, focus it, expel it. 2, harness it, expel it via beating the shit out of somebody. Or 3, transform it. Turn it into something positive through meditation and practice.
Okay.
Curses are energy, magic, you know.
Well, if that's
Similar.
something... If that's something that Box is willing to train to do, then maybe with your help he might be able to do that.
Yeah.
Or he can ask Fee.
That's what I was thinking.
As of right now, everything is still unknown. We don't know the type of curse. We don't know where it's coming from. We don't even know if this was something that was affected by him or if it was affected by somebody else. We need time to look into that.
Mr. Alistair.
Yes, Morgana.
Do you know who it was that experimented on him?
I don't know them personally, but he did give me a name to research, so I'll need time to look into that. Which is another thing that does bother me quite a bit. I know everyone on this continent, and I do not know this name.
That would
What
cause a great alarm.
was the name, if you don't mind me asking?
That's not for me to say. It was information that was given to me specifically by Box. If he does decide to give you that information, then you can look into it then. I apologize, but it is just something that I have agreed upon with him.
No, we should continue this conversation with Box around.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. That being said, like I said, I needed to say the hard part privately. I don't want to alarm him, and I don't want him to feel like he is a burden because of this. But I have to be honest. This is very serious.
Hey DM.
Yes.
The runes that were on the handcuffs, are they similar to the runes that are on Box?
Do an Arcana check.
That is a 18.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Phraan, those handcuffs had the same type of runes.
Thank you. Give me time. I'll look more into it. But let's continue this conversation with Box.
Morgana's going to take out her sending. No, oh well, no, he doesn't have. No, fuck.
Well, then let's go to the infirmary.
Yeah.
Let's go. And we're gonna go to BRB before we continue that conversation.
Yay.
Yeah.
I need to pee.
So we'll be right back, chat. We're live.
Wow.
Okay, I would like to tell everyone that there is some more bingo points that should be pointed out. Cheesemeh. All right. Phraan giving the cheesemeh to group. Okay. Cameo from another campaign should automatically go into place whenever Phraan and or Shayfer are on screen.
Okay.
No one's moided anyone yet.
Zanzibar is also
Zanzibar.
from another campaign.
Yes, Zanzibar is another one from another campaign. That should be honestly a free space at this point. Zanzibar's a bad influence because he told Estelle to get up when she should be resting.
I just think it's also really funny how we have two characters that have the ability to fucking morph into something else.
Yeah.
Just so happens we have two characters with magic bullshit like that going on.
They may change their form, but they'll never change their friendship.
Got cheesemeh as question mark? Well, Phraan gave the cheesemeh. Okay, so...
Phraan did give the cheesemeh.
Is everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Good. Let me get my music starting again. Beep boop. Alright, so y'all move over to the clinic where Box is resting and Shayfer is looking them over and taking some notes. As well as Zanzibar and Estelle, quote unquote, playing cards together.
They're just slapping cards on the table.
Sort of. Think of it like they're shuffling the cards and then they're shuffling them at each other. So it's just kind of like a
flush.
You got any? Oh my god! You got any sixes? No, king me.
Yeah.
Full house.
Oh yeah, checkmate.
They're just saying random phrases. They don't know what they fucking mean.
No one taught them how to play those little reindeer games. All right, so what is the first thing that y'all want to do? Shayfer does step away, back into his office for more.
Morgana's
research
going
purposes.
straight over to Box.
Hey, Box.
What's up? I froed up.
Oh, buddy.
He looks to fucking Shayfer, and then he looks to fucking Phraan. He threw up.
Yes. I didn't think that part was necessary to bring up.
Why did he
Here,
throw
Box.
up?
Here's some bread. Hopefully it'll settle your stomach a bit.
Well, it's fine.
It's really not. Why did he throw up? That wasn't mentioned.
I feel like it's pretty obvious why, but yeah.
And Shaver comes back in, again looking down at his clipboard and writing more notes. Side effects of prolonged curse usage and it being immediately shattered definitely had an effect on his body. And,
Shattered?
And Shaver's just like
Looks-
mumbling at this point and walks away.
Shayfer! Shayfer!
I
And he
am
grabs
busy.
him by like the
I am
shoulders.
busy, Will.
Will, quit grabbing
What?
people out of fucking nowhere. Jesus Christ.
What do you mean shattered? What shattered about him?
You
Oh
can
no,
just
that was
The
directly
curse.
talk to
That
the patient.
item.
I have work to do. Do not interrupt me while I'm working.
You're the doctor!
it was
Exactly.
the magic item.
The
But
magic item? What about the
Yeah.
magic item?
It's broken
we-
because it was cursed.
That wasn't brought up, Phraan.
that was brought up, Will.
No, he didn't say that it shattered. He said that like it became cursed.
I didn't
Yes,
mention
so-
that I broke it.
You broke it.
Yes, I broke it. I snapped it in half.
And it caused him to vomit?
Yes.
Well, I mean, considering the other option of it was making my bones shift, so
Correct. I think vomiting is the best case scenario.
So it's as if the sigils even tether themselves to the item.
Correct.
Box.
yeah,
If I could give you two options.
sure.
Option number one.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are if you are willing, but it is kind of important at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Option number one, you can tell us what you remember while you were being experimented on. Or option number two, we can have Theo do what he did with Jay.
He did something to Jay.
He
was
went through
able
his
to-
memories.
He was able to peer into one of my memories.
We could ask Theo
That-
if he might be able to do the same with you.
That
only if you're willing.
feels like
It's-
a really bad idea.
I understand that, but it's also very important that we know what's going on involving your runes.
Schaefer's like shooing some hounds out of his office. Get out! Shoot! Go on, get! Sorry. Town dogs.
Because we've been told of some things about the runes. I assume you know already.
Yeah, I know a few things about them, and Schaefer's still looking into a couple of the other things that I brought up about it. Oh, he found out I used to be a cat, so there's that.
Oh,
And
Like a
apparently
normal house
some-
cat?
Yes, and apparently somebody is
Oh.
looking for me.
Oh.
Well,
Like-
was
okay,
that name?
Let me rephrase it. There's another person looking for me. There we go.
What was the name?
Like, what name?
The name of the person looking for you. That you
I
just
don't
found.
know their name exactly, but it's Jalissa's granddaughter.
Jalissa from Falkirk.
Yes. Apparently, I was her granddaughter's cat.
Oh,
Can I make an
Can-
insight check?
Sure.
Dirty 20.
Damn.
What are you trying to get insight on?
If Box is not telling the whole truth about the name.
No, he's being honest.
Oh, no. Yeah, he actually doesn't know her name. He doesn't remember shit about her.
He's being 100%
Oh.
honest. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I got mixed up with the Jalissa and then the other property
Yeah.
of whatever the thing was.
Mm. But yeah, no, I apparently used to be a cat. She's been looking for me for a few years, apparently. But
Damn.
I don't remember her.
Hmm.
how are you feeling now? Are you okay?
My bones feel weird, so there's that.
Your bones.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently the staff I was carrying around, obviously we know somehow it got cursed, and apparently it was shifting my bones.
That sounds painful.
I
Yes,
was
it
painful
seems.
after the fact when they started going back to normal.
Do you have anything else on you?
Hold on. He'll pull out that because I feel like Box has the nest that Zanzibar made in his fucking fur, but also has this filthy backpack. It is so gross.
It is.
I will be right back. I have food here, so give me like
Mhm.
2
Okay.
seconds.
But yeah, he'll pull out this just absolutely disgusting backpack and just start pulling shit out of it. Let's see. We have we got some platinum, I have some gold, I have my new sending stone. Hold on, you guys need to put your runes in here. I don't have any of them, and they'll hand you that one.
Yeah, we'll do that in a bit. Anything
Mhm.
more magical in nature than just
I have the flute. I have a moon talisman, the one that we use for the face sickness. I have these magic shackles. Let's see, the cheese is in the cart. And I have this wooden bracelet that makes my makes my armor go up. My armor class go up by 2.
It makes me have stronger skin.
Yes, it make me big and strong. But yeah, no, I think the only magical, at least I think the things of note are the talisman and the mage shackles, maybe the bracelet. I'm not 100% sure.
Was Phraan still in the room with us?
Phraan is still in the room. He's listening.
Yeah, but he pulls out at least magic items wise, moon talisman, mage shackles, and this bracelet that Phraan gave me.
Alistair.
Would you say any of these items would have any kind of effect on him, Phraan?
The shackles, possibly.
Me and Sandsville are actually talking about these shackles. I don't know how,
Do you mind if I hold on to him then, buddy?
Go for it. We did notice they have a bunch of the same runes that I have on me, so there's that.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, they were very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a letter that was sent out to someone who can take a look at those?
I do not remember. Because I remember we brought it up with Phraan before, because they were the same shackles that are on my mom. So
Well.
there's that.
Will?
I'm sorry. I
Was-
zoned out.
You're okay. Well, didn't you send Estelle to send a letter to someone who could translate the runes?
He sent off letter to check out my runes. We haven't done anything about the shackles.
Well,
Yeah,
if
but
the
I
shackles
do
have
have
the
the
same
letter.
runes, then wouldn't you be translating both?
That makes sense.
Was there any
And
answer
I
to
do
that?
have the letter from my dad. I just haven't had the chance to open it with you, Box.
We have had a lot going on recently.
Seems like this is the perfect time. It'll probably help them figure out how to interact with your runes too.
Possibly.
That would help.
Read
Jay did
the
take-
notes.
Yeah, Jay did take the shackles though. He has.
Okay, got it.
Alright.
Make a note of that in your inventory.
I did.
Yep, I'm going to just strike through them. I do not have. There we go. But yeah, read the notes. What does the note say? Or letter?
Alright, so
I don't
I'm
know
going
how
to-
much words are on here.
So I'm gonna go ahead and open the letter from my father.
Okay.
What does said letter say?
So specifically, whenever you had contacted your father, you had asked him to help translate the runes, correct?
Correct.
Did you write anything else in your letter sending it out?
I gave context saying that it's possible that these were a arcane experiment done to a colleague, along with a sketch of Box's physical body as it is, and the runes, their locations. I basically just kind of did like any and all details I had at the time. I put into those notes. And I also put a small letter saying, I'm fine, I'm good, don't worry about it. If you have any information specifically to help this friend of mine, much appreciated.
Got it. Okay. So, the letter from Thrall is showing loosely translated runes. He obviously didn't complete how the runes are supposed to look so that it didn't magically change or alter the message. He goes on to tell you that the runes themselves are not just for binding; they are for alterations and enhancements. These types of enhancements and these types of alterations are normally used on constructs. Things that people would use whenever they are creating Warforged. This is uncommon to be used on organic matter, and incredibly dangerous to do so. And he goes on to ask you, how did they get them?
I'm gonna go ahead and
Question. Because you
Yes.
did like a full sketch of all the runes that are on me. Have they changed since then? They'll look at Phraan because Will did sketch out an entire diagram. Well, to an extent, so they don't activate on the fucking paper.
Right.
But yeah, he did sketch out like some of the runes that are on like Box, and Box just wants to know if like anything has changed since then.
Phraan looks over the runes on your body. I see no changes, just the ones on your back.
Interesting.
It seems that they added on to the rune, but other than that, nothing else.
Okay, interesting.
Warforged. But Box is not Warforged.
It's also
No.
the fact that there's infernal runes thrown in there as well, which is also makes it an extra layer of whatever the fuck is going on.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Is there any type of roll that Morgana can make to maybe see if she might know of anything, of any, what's the word? I guess, magical practices as to why somebody would do that.
Why somebody would altercate somebody with runes made for Warforged?
Mm-hmm. If there's any, I don't know, forbidden or whatever.
Roll a history check for me. See if you've read up on anything.
17.
17. You've read up on a few different things. Some things bringing up homunculi, some things bringing up Warforged. Most of the time, it really just comes from artificers who were experimenting on organic matter, and then obviously the experiment failing horribly. You don't really recall anyone's name that sticks out since there was a lot of research done. The guild kept a lot of notes regarding people who had attempted these very similar findings.
Which guild?
The guild that's over in I'm forgetting my own Falkirk.
Mm.
So yes, so in Falkirk, there would be a library where you can find more research regarding this kind of experimentation.
There is a library in Falkirk that has some notes on this type of experimentation.
Something else just dawned on me. That
Oh?
seems increasingly worrying. So, remember the notes that I showed you?
The ones of the experiments?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
We have to remember something that is at the top of the page. It says Experiment 487B.
And Morgana's going to turn to Phraan.
Don't look at me.
Do you know
I
if
don't what
there-
that means.
Safe to assume there was a 487A.
And then it's also 487. So that means there's 486 other attempts.
With
I was going to
subcategories.
suggest that we could look to see if there's any archives anywhere.
That is something that we could do, but if I'm being honest, this is definitely above what I have knowledge of.
Really?
Oh, yes. It's more the jurisdiction of Shayfer. These are all physical and medical experiments. I'm more magically inclined, so to speak. If this is something that an artificer was working on, then this would be something more managed by somebody who's more hands-on.
Feels kind
Even
of
I have
like...
my limitations.
Well, Box, how do you feel about the other option?
I mean, I remember a few things, not a lot. It would be helpful, but it also still seems like a bad idea. But
Why
we
do
also
you-
don't have a lot to go on because the place that I was at doesn't exist anymore.
Why do you think it would be a bad idea, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, there's the fact that I used to be a cat and the runes got put on my bones. Like, I'm sure there's lots of the unpleasantness that I don't remember.
I'm sure there's a
Especially
lot that you don't want to
considering...
remember.
True.
Especially considering we found out my actual name, and no, I am not repeating it.
What is it?
No.
Phraan just stays
Is it
quiet.
Will kind of goes and rubs his nose and looks away.
Oh, Box, it can't be that bad, right?
Would it help us in finding anything more about what we need to know about you?
No, I think the best you're probably going to get if I give you my other name. I don't know. I've grown accustomed to Box, but I think the only thing that's going to do, well, no, because yeah, I think the only thing that's going to do is the stuff with Jalissa. I had missing papers that had the name on it, but they got kind of burned up with poison, so I do not have them anymore. But apparently, there's a bunch of missing papers
Sorry.
that. No, you're fine. There's a bunch of missing papers with what I used to look like all over Falkirk.
Beck,
Yes.
seeing as Mal would have been traveling to and fro between the different cities, would he have ever come across any of those papers?
Yes. Yes, you would have. Would you have taken them, though? That's the question.
He absolutely would have.
Then yes, you would be able to pull out a paper with a name and a picture of what they were looking for.
Oh, so you said it was from Jalissa. So is it like this paper right here?
And he holds it up.
Yeah.
And the picture would be the sticker that you posted earlier.
I'll repost it. Hold on.
Does that say?
For your sake, I won't say the name aloud.
No, Jay's reading it.
Fine. It's Admiral Turbo Meowington. I will not be called by that shit.
Morgana's literally snickering.
My name is fucking Box.
Your name is Box.
Yes, your name is Box.
And I highly doubt you're an admiral.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember anything from when I.
Does the
from
paper
when-
have the actual
Picture?
person's name?
Oh,
No,
the
person's
person's
name.
name?
was looking
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. At the very bottom, it says contact. Let me think of a name.
Admiral Turbo.
for.
Contact.
Yeah.
Leah.
Yes,
okay,
his name is
so-
Box, formerly known as Admiral Turbo Meowing.
His name is Box,
You are so
Very
lucky
much.
I am in this bed.
but it
Buddy.
seems like the person who's looking for you, his name is Leia.
How is it spelled?
Leia.
Where did you get this again? Was it at Falkirk?
Yes, I picked up one of these while I was making my way around.
Would Morgana
Falkirk.
know anything about Leia since she frequented Falkirk before the party?
They were a small little goblin child. Probably no older than like 5 or 6 at the time that you met them.
Mhm.
Now they would be about like 10 or 11. That's how long
No.
Box has been gone.
So it's looking like we're going to Falkirk to look for some answers.
I don't really know how many answers we're going to get. It's
Well-
from.
Well, we can
Well,
give the
no.
little girl an answer to what happened to her lost cat.
Give her closure, and then
If you want to, Box.
I just feel bad because I don't remember
I
anything.
mean, we don't have to
about
say
it.
it's you, but we can
Mhm.
inform her.
I mean,
of
there
what
is kind of the. It's a really weird call because. Okay, because like the stuff that I do remember, obviously I don't fully remember. This is just the information that my mom has given me secondhand. Was I was a cat that got snatched off the fucking street. I got experimented on. And then my mom found me whenever she was destroying the city and felt bad for me and took me home.
oh right, your mother, the dragon.
Yeah.
What color was she again?
Red.
Well, we have
Would
a little
I
bit more
find it-
information.
Would I find it odd for a red dragon to want to take something in like that?
Roll an insight check for me.
I don't like how you're laughing.
I'm laughing because it's something that you need to come to the conclusion of before you can think about that.
I'm confused now, but
You're fine.
17.
17? Box is colorblind. How does he know what red is?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Rewind.
No.
Mhm,
As
mhm.
far as you're aware, your mother is a red
Mhm.
dragon. That is what she told you. But to you,
Jimmy, do you want
Morgana-
her to have this conclusion?
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm saying roll insight. So to you, you're like a red dragon. Wait a second.
Box.
Yes.
I just realized you're colorblind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you know if she is a red dragon or not.
Yeah, I don't know what red looks like. She just told me that she was red.
And why would a mother lie?
Alright.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't know my parents.
Will's head like slowly turns to and just you can see like him physically age like 5 years standing there.
Rod,
Just, like,
Rod is like
hand in the
rubbing
head is-
his eyes right now, like, oh my god.
It's like all the people who should have caught on to that never fucking did. And Will is like physically kicking himself. Like
I've been waiting so long for somebody to ask him once more, because y'all, the first time he mentioned it, y'all didn't know he was colorblind, and now you're fully aware that he is. So that's why I was like,
Honestly,
please.
I forgot until you fucking said it.
Exactly. That's why I was like, somebody please ask. Somebody please. I've been waiting so long for that. So yes. You don't know if Box knows what red is.
Yeah, Box definitely has no idea what red looks like.
So how long do you think we'll need to wait for a diagnosis?
Shayfer is looking over all of the documents. Give me like an hour and I should have something conclusive at least. Or close to it.
I can probably answer a couple of questions. I don't know how great the answers will be. I don't know the actual word I'm looking for. But I have a couple of things I'd remember.
Oh?
Do
Right.
you remember what
Remember.
the
I need to-
doctor experimenting on you looked like?
I don't know, DM. Do I remember what the doctor looks like?
You'll have to roll for your memory, bitch.
Ooh.
You're gonna have to
shit.
make a... Yeah, I'll say insight. That's also gonna be insight.
Pseudo 20.
Nice.
Ooh. You remember bits and pieces.
Hmm.
You remember the color of their hair?
Do I?
Mm-hmm. Black. You remember them looking human.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that they wore a black cloak most of the time. But one of the things that was notable is that anytime that they interacted with you, they wore a mask so that you could not see their face.
The best thing that I remember is they looked to be human. They had black hair and they wore a black cloak.
Hair length, maybe?
They also wore a mask around me, so I don't know what their face fully looked like.
I just realized anything that would be Box's memories is gonna be like a old noir, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Correct. Yeah.
Kind of hard to describe things,
Yeah.
but
Grainy and black
that
and white.
and every time we do a fucking flashback, the Noir music starts playing.
It was the 21st of May.
Oh, saxophone.
I still dream of Paris.
Rain pattering on the window.
Kirk Warhard.
Oh my god! I just realized the fucking song you were singing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So maybe instead of hair color, could you give us like a length?
Do I know length?
Like medium short. It wasn't like cleaned up, but it was above the shoulders, slightly long.
It was like medium length, like slightly above the shoulders.
Were you able to remember the type of build? Maybe, stocky.
They had a cloak on most of the time, so not 100% sure.
does any of this sound familiar to Morgana, DM,
Mm-mm.
at all?
It's too vague.
What about a
Yeah.
height?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like me personally, I'm not 100% sure because I used to be small and then suddenly
fair.
I was big.
Correct. And
That
you
is
were in
fair.
a cage for most of that.
Yeah. I don't remember much other than like they would do their experimenting for the day. They'd point at my cage, say box, and then I'd go to the cage.
Out of character. That's fucking sad as shit.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
that's
God.
how
Did you
Box got his
never-
name.
Did you never
No!
realize that?
No,
Wait, you didn't know that?
Oh.
I'm sad now.
That is why Box is named Box, because he thought his name was Box.
Also, I guess we wait here for the diagnosis.
So, right. So, do
Also,
you want to try the other option or no?
I feel like Phraan should have the last say on it, because like
You
I said,
you do.
I'm gonna give him the last say on it because it's his son.
Theo is my son.
But
yes.
it's your memories.
Okay. Yeah, that's not the part that I'm worried about. I mean, it seems like Theo has like a lot of control and can go through said memories, and there's a lot of magic stuff going on with me, and I don't know if that's going to be physically dangerous for anyone.
Correct.
So that's why I say he has the last say. Well, honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like it's Theo who has the last say if he even wants to try.
Well, it doesn't hurt to ask him.
Morgana's going to dial Theo.
Beep, boop, beep, beep.
Hello, Theo Alistair.
Theo. Hi, it's Morgana.
Morgana,
we're-
hi. How can I help you? What did you need? Is there something that I can get for you?
Yes. So remember what you did for Jay at the beach?
No?
The thing with you going through his memories?
Oh, he told you that. Okay, so we're allowed to talk about Jay. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yes, you're allowed to talk about it.
Oh, then yes, I remember.
I'm the one that mentioned it to you, but okay.
Jay's just gonna look at Phraan like the slow turn.
Ron just shrugs.
But
It's fair to
yes.
ask a question.
So we were wondering if you would be able to do the same thing for Box because we had some developments.
Are
And
you
it's-
saying that you need my help?
Yes.
I'm on my way. Click.
Okay. Theo's on his way.
He opens the door. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hang up on you so abruptly. I should have said bye first.
Theo.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. Yes. How can I help? What do you
My
need me to go
sweet baby
through?
boy.
You need me to go through Box's memories. Box, are you comfortable with this? Do you consent?
I consent. I'm mostly just worried about anyone else.
Ah,
Mm, there's a lot of unknowns that are going on.
I'm used to the unknowns.
Um,
Yes.
Can
I
we
feel.
tell Theo the full context or no?
I mean, he's going to figure it out anyway. Is to go through my memories. So
I'm gonna
I don't
figure it
care.
out
Go for
anyway.
it.
I'm going through his memories. That is correct.
And it is definitely up to Box. It is
Mhm.
pertaining to them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys can go ahead. I'll probably tell
Well,
the story
if
better
Box
than I
is
can.
overloaded with too much magic, it might be a little extra violent around.
Oh,
Like boom.
what kind
And
of magic are we talking? Should I remove some items?
Anything magical.
Sure.
Anything
Anything that
magical.
is a source of magic.
Shayfer
Oh.
can explain better.
Nope. Say no more. Anything that's a source of magic. And he starts
Morgana is
taking
going
off
to relay everything.
all of his armor.
Oh.
All
Yep.
of it. In
Yeah.
front of everyone.
Yeah.
Just all of his armor. He is down to his undershirt and his slacks. He even kicks off his shoes.
That's a lot of magic.
That's about right.
Thank you. It was a gift from everyone. My mom,
You
my
probably
dad, my sister, my friend who might be my girlfriend. My sister tells me she might be my girlfriend. I actually don't know. That's a whole other thing.
Oh, you
The
should
Fake
figure that one
Queen
out.
gave me something.
Okay.
Sanoa gave me
Theo,
something.
Theo,
Theo, focus,
Luke
focus.
gave me
focus.
yes. Okay, got it. And he walks over to Box. All right, buddy. I'm gonna need you to lay down.
I'm already laying down, but I am going to preface this so you just have more things I was magically experimented on. So you're probably going to see some not exactly pleasant things, some things that
I
I've probably
used to it.
forgotten.
It is okay.
Okay.
All right. And he's going to put his hands on each side of your face, your fluffy face. And you do see him go like floof, floof, like scritch. So he starts actually scratching underneath your chin a little bit. And then like scratching like your cheeks to like help you relax and calm down a little bit. And you feel yourself actually drifting off into sleep.
Yeah, that probably helped. Box is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. So as you drift off into sleep, you wake up in a dark cave. There are other cages around you. Smaller animals, larger animals. You see raccoons, possums, you see bears, you see tigers. All caged in various boxes.
It's me.
You see the cloaked man approach. And all the while, Theo is standing back. He's just watching. The man rolls his neck and he stretches a little bit, and you see him reach into one of these smaller cages and pulls out a possum by the tail. And the possum starts like screeching and hissing at him. And it eventually does what possums do, and it goes stiff. And he just kind of walks away with it. After several loud screeching and what sounds like humanly screams, you see him walk back. And he's not holding the possum. The possum is walking beside him, bipedal. Box. And the possum will go into the box. And he walks over to you. You're not your size right now.
Hmm.
You are a kitten. Small, fluffy. And you see him walk up to your cage and open it. And you start to
Box is
hiss.
at the. Yeah, he's at the back of the cage.
Yeah, you start to hiss and scratch and threaten. And he just has these big gloves that are bigger than you. That reach towards you and then he grabs you by the scruff. All the while you're, meowing and howling and like hissing and doing his cats do. He takes you to where he took the possum. And there is a table that has cuffs. He cuffs you down, and you see him pull out what looks like a twig or a stick. And the tip of the twig starts to glow, and he grabs you by the face, and you feel a burning sensation as it burns into the top of your head and forehead. Your fur singes and falls off. And suddenly, you can speak. The man crosses his arms and looks down at you. Speak.
Fuck you.
Effective. It works.
I'm sorry, I'm just
What-
imagining this little tiny kitten and then like the deep box voice.
What are you feeling right now? Speak.
Box looks confused. He doesn't know, like he doesn't know how to answer.
And he pulls out the twig and he starts to hold your face down as he starts to carve more runes into your spine. And you feel an intense burning sensation of your bones and your body breaking and mending and breaking and mending and extending. And suddenly you're not just a small kitten. You are now the size of a lion cub. Speak. What are you feeling? Describe it.
Pain.
Good. Pain receptors are still working. It looks like the vocal cords that I gave you are also working well. Good. And he'll take the cuffs off of you. Box.
Box absolutely lunges at him.
As you go to lunch, I want you to roll a wisdom save for me.
Ooh, I'm bad at those. Oh, never mind. I actually rolled good. 18.
18 wisdom save. For a moment, you feel something at the back of your head telling you danger if you attack them. Danger, danger, danger. And you ignore it. You lunge and you jump on him. And what do you do? What do you try to do?
He just attacks him. Fucking full maul mode.
Where do you attack him? Do you jump him on the chest, shoulder, arms, face?
He's going for the throat.
Throat. So you go for his throat and you hear him go, ah! And he grabs you and throws you against a wall. And you hit the hard stone. And you almost hear like a loud crack of your body and your spine snapping in half. You're slowly starting to die. You left a large gash on his throat, and he walks over to you and he takes off his mask. And he kneels down. I need you to roll a wisdom save.
Please roll good. Yay. That was such a good roll. 10.
You're starting to black out. As he takes his mask off, you don't quite see his face. And he pulls out that same branch and touches you where your bones broke, and you feel them crack and mend and crack and mend until you're all better now. And he'll get up, grab you by the tail, and throw you into the box. Box! He slams the door shut. What is your natural perception?
Natural perception? Like, passive?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Just before the memory starts to fade, you hear somebody speak in the distance and call to them. James? And now you're back in the clinic.
Oh.
I feel like Box has to roll a wisdom save in this current moment.
Please do.
I had a feeling.
Oh, it might not be what y'all think.
Okay. Yeah. It's not bad. I rolled a 13 plus 2.
13 plus 2. You save. What were you trying to save against specifically?
If he's coming back from that memory, like seeing how well he's coming back for that. Yeah, no. I was just like, is he going to book it?
As you start to ease out of the memory, Theo is suddenly sucked back in with you. He's just as confused, though. Box?
Wait, we went back?
Wait, I can't leave. Box.
Oh no.
Box, can you hear me?
This is
Box?
why I didn't. Oh, he can't hear me, can he?
Box, where are you?
Oh fuck.
You're not in the cage room. You're in your home. You are in the cave with your mother.
Uh-oh.
Box?
And I'll go follow the sound of her voice.
Do any of us see anything happening on the outside?
No, as far as y'all are aware, everything looks normal.
Can Jay be ready to react at any moment something might happen? Just be prepared to just
You
act.
can hold a reaction. I will give you all a reaction if something happens. It depends on what happens in this next point.
Oh, no.
Box, as you're moving towards your mother's voice. Box? Where are you?
He'll keep going. He's definitely on edge.
As you get closer, you see your mother. But she doesn't look like a dragon. She looks like a woman. with scales on her face and long white hair. There's my baby boy.
Hi.
Are you alright? You look scared.
I think I'm having a bad dream.
A bad dream? Would you like me
Yeah.
to pet you? I can soothe you, help you relax a little bit.
I roll an insight check. Like, I don't
Sure.
know if it'll help.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you trying to get insight on?
Yep. That doesn't matter. Doesn't
What'd
matter.
you roll? What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Okay, and what were you trying to get insight on?
Is this still a dream, or is this still a dream, and is this actually his mom, or is it like, still part of like stuff that's going on with the experiments?
This is still a dream, but this is early on. In fact, so early on that you're not the size that you currently are. This is so early that you're about 4 foot.
Yeah, I think I just had a bad dream.
bad dream?
Still having flashbacks from the lab.
Oh. Well, you're no longer at the lab. I'm here to protect you. We all are. Roll a perception check for me.
Ooh, I'm good at those. 17.
17. Surrounding you are various experiments, all of which were in the cages with you that you remember. Your siblings, your family. Box!
I'm assuming that's Theo.
That's Theo. You hear him now.
Mm-hmm. And he'll just look at his mom. It's like, something feels off. I feel like I should be leaving, but I'm not.
And she runs her fingers down your back. And the runes and sigils start to glow. You're stuck. I can help you. Or I can help him.
I already feel responsible for somebody else dying. I don't want a second one.
I understand. So you choose him.
Yes.
That's my boy. And she leans down and gives you a kiss on the forehead. And the sigil on your forehead that was once burned into you dissipates and fades. He can't control you anymore. I won't allow it. But I also won't allow you to stay caged up here. You have to escape. You have to explore. You have to be out there. There are people who could help you, who could help your family. You need to find them. I can't go with you, though. As much as I would love to.
If I'm going out there, I'm finding someone to help you as well.
I knew you would. And Bach,
Hmm.
be good, okay?
I will try my best.
That's all I ask. And just as Theo rounds the corner to see you with your mother, she's gone. And all that is standing in front of him is now you, fully grown. Box, where are we? What is this place?
It's my mom's cave. I kind of left for multiple reasons.
Hmm.
One, to actually get some real world experience, considering most of my life was spent in a cage. And I was supposed to find people to help me, help my siblings, and help get my mother unshackled. But I haven't exactly had the best luck with that, and I have almost died 3 times.
Well, where is she?
I don't know.
Hmm. Are you ready to
As
go
far
back?
as yeah.
And Theo will touch each side of your face once more. And both of you will wake up. And you're back in the clinic.
Yeah, Box is like full on like fighting off a panic attack.
So they're back.
you-
They're back, yes.
You guys took a while.
You guys okay?
You good, man?
Yeah, Box is like full on shaking.
Box. Hey,
Theo is going
look
to
at me,
hold
buddy.
him.
4 seconds, man. Can you breathe in for 4 seconds and then breathe out for 4 seconds? Just slow, as best as you can.
Roll a medicine check, and Box roll a wisdom save.
Yep, that's what I was assuming was gonna happen.
That is going to be. Oh my! I put my phone in my pocket. Give me a second. Pull up my stats.
10.
Okay, got it.
Give me a second.
Depending on what William rolls, we'll see how this goes.
Medicine is actually one of my better stats. That's going to be a 18.
18. Okay, that's good. Box, it does take a moment, but William does manage to calm you down to an extent to where it's not a stressful feeling. You can feel like the stress dissipate. Whatever he's telling you to do, you're hearing it muffled for a moment. And with Theo holding you and calming you down with the warmth of like being held, and then with William trying to pull you back to reality, you do slowly and eventually come back to it. It takes a few minutes, but eventually you are calm and collected.
We're here for you, buddy.
To the safe room box.
Yeah, that went about as bad as I thought it was going to go.
You good?
Nope.
Do you want to talk about it? You want to take a moment?
I'd say give him
Theo
a moment.
I think Theo can explain it better than me.
Theo will proceed to relay everything they heard and everything that
Well-
they saw.
William will look to Shayfer. Is Shayfer in the room with us?
Shayfer's in his office, but as he finishes his story, Shayfer is walking back in with his clipboard and paper.
Shayfer,
What? Yes?
can I talk to you for a second?
I'm
It's
busy.
important. It's very important.
Yes, and so is this research for Box.
It might deal with family matters.
You might as well say it here.
Where's your son been the past 10 years?
Busy doing research. He hasn't really contacted me.
On?
That's why. I don't know. He just says that he was overseas doing research.
Wait,
The name that was called was James. That was the name of the person experimenting on Box.
Well, I
When
mean, that was
Theo
the
looked
name that
into
was
it.
called aloud.
No, you must be mistaken. My son would not do such malicious things.
Is there any other Jameses that you know of?
It's a family name. James is the last name. And it could be someone else, but someone who has the arcana and knowledge for this type of stuff.
I
Do you
mean,
realize
Theo
what you
was-
were
You're jumping
accusing
to a
my
lot of
son of?
conclusions.
I grew up with him, of course I know. But I'm not
Eventually different.
accusing.
He's
I'm
not-
asking if it could be tied to him in any way.
I don't know. I haven't heard from him.
I mean, Theo was in the memory. I don't know if you saw anything extra that I didn't.
Let's find
Mhm.
out.
Did Theo see the memory in color? Or was it black and white?
He was
get the full color version of the video?
he was seeing it through Box's perspective. It was in black and white. And no, he didn't see anything else.
But we did hear the name
else?
James, or
Yeah, I was
he
just
did
wondering
hear
if
the name
he's got
James.
if he got a better look at his face or not.
Was the
No.
was the person who called the name talking to the individual who was experimenting with Box, or coming from the individual who was experimenting with Box?
It sounded like it was coming from a different room, calling
Yeah, it's,
for somebody.
Well, it seems like
There
someone named
is-
James does have some kind of involvement here.
there is also the extra bits that we kind of got stuck coming back out of the memory.
Stuck. Yeah, that I forgot to mention that part. We did absolutely get stuck. We were trying to leave the first instance, and then I couldn't leave the instance.
You know why?
No, that's never happened to me before. I usually have full control. The only time that that's happened is whenever I did that to my dad.
Box,
And I mean,
do you
he's
have
right
any
there,
ideas?
so-
what did Box see during this time?
I don't know. I
My-
lost track of him during that time.
My mom and my siblings.
Anything in
Is
particular
that-
happened during that?
Good?
I don't No. Because she's not there anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, I left, like I've told you guys before, to get, some life experience and meet some people that aren't experimenting on me since I spent most of my life in a cage. And I also left to get help for my siblings and to figure out how to get my mother unshackled since I think
Your mother's
that-
shackled?
Yeah, I mentioned that before. She has the same shackles of the ones that I have. She was shackled in her cave, and I left trying to find out if I could undo that.
DM,
Yeah.
can Morgana start putting things together?
You can try to.
What do I need to roll?
What are you trying to piece together?
Is Box's mom Serafina?
That is a question that I knew you would ask. But keep in mind, white hair will not always equal Serafina for this case because he sees in black and white.
Mhm.
Possible. So I will
It-
give you this. It is
Did Box
possible.
himself describe her?
He did not.
Mm.
Box, would you like to describe your mother?
I will try my best because it's in black and white.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly the words to explain it. It's mostly like human adjacent. She had scales all over her body. She had long white hair. That's probably the wrong color, but whatever.
She could be blonde.
At least like colored hair.
The only reason I'm saying is because they did say they shackled Serafina, and now he's saying that the dragon was shackled, and they did also say that she turns into a dragon.
It's possible.
But Box's mother called herself a red dragon.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And what reason would she have to lie about that?
There could be other reasons. I don't know.
That's all the information that I had to
son of
go
a
about. That's all. It's not really. I have the information to go off of. Like I said, she looks like human adjacent, but has scales, has long white hair. There's probably better descriptors, but me, the player, are really bad at explaining. Because I did get a full look at her.
And Theo wasn't around whenever she was talking with you.
No, we got separated in the dream somehow, and he also could not hear me.
Yeah,
No.
I couldn't hear anything. It was kind of like losing your hearing for a moment. I just heard like a ringing sound the entire time.
Curious.
Yeah.
And when
She
I
was
finally found Box, he
shackled.
was just sitting by himself in a cave.
Which is my mother's cave that is now empty.
So, should I roll or I don't know.
It just depends. What are you trying to deduce right now?
I guess what I said earlier, if she can put two and two together about
I'll just give it to you. You don't have to roll for it, so you can make that conclusion yourself if you'd like to.
okay. I mean, only I don't know. I'm just
It is speculation. You can say whatever you want. It's speculation. Whether or not it's correct, I'm not going to tell you. So
Yeah, the information does overlap, but it is a.
Mhm. it is a
It is
valid
a-
it is a valid conclusion to come to. I just can't tell
It
you if it's
is-
correct.
Yeah, it is a.
Morgana is going to turn to Phraan and Theo.
When they're looking at you.
said your wife was shackled, correct?
Yes, in Brimgrood.
And she can turn into a dragon.
Yes, a white dragon.
It's weird because my mom is also outside of Brimgrood.
Hmm.
In
The last I heard,
mountains.
Seraphina is inside of Brimgrood.
Hmm.
And you said she was shackled inside of this cave?
Yes.
How long ago would that have been?
Oof.
The last time you saw her there.
Theo, when did your mother disappear?
Not too long ago, maybe a few years back.
I need a date.
I don't have one. I was not home when it happened.
And Box, how long ago were you with your mother?
DM.
You've been with your mother for about 10 years.
And when's the last time I've seen her?
The last time you saw your mother was 5 years ago. Sorry, I have to talk like I'm in an old film so that it coincides with the black and white.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen her in 5 years.
Theo?
That sounds about right. But again, I was out and
Mr.
about. I don't have the exact time frame. I just know that my father and mother had like a meeting with the king of Brimgrood, and then we didn't see them for a few years, and then we saw our dad.
Mr. Alistair.
Morgana.
I think your wife is Box's mother, quote unquote.
But she's not a red dragon.
Yes, but would there be some sort of reason that she might have lied?
I don't see why. She's very proud of her lineage and Frosty.
I'm just saying Box is colorblind, but the
There seems to be a
pieces are
lot of
just adding up.
parallels.
There's a lot of parallels, yes.
I can see where there's a lot of parallels, but we're not 100% certain, and I don't go off
Correct.
of guesses. I need solid facts. I need more than just coincidences.
Isn't this the most of a lead you've gotten in
Unfortunately,
however long?
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. I know where my wife is. But she's not a red dragon. She's not a dragon currently. And if she was shackled, she wouldn't be able to turn into one.
There's also the fact that she destroyed an entire city and then freed me from whatever lab I was in. I don't know if that has any,
Correct.
I mean, were there any,
My
like,
wife is
cities
destructive, but not that destructive. I mean, unless you give her a reason to be destructive.
I mean, I feel like a better question would be, like, were there any cities that got destroyed by a single dragon or
Right.
something?
That would be the question to ask.
About 10 years ago.
Hmm. The kingdom, perhaps?
Yeah.
Do you
The
remember
kingdom?
hearing anything about a red dragon specifically, or a dragon attacking a kingdom?
The
or
only red
city?
dragon that I am fully aware of is Gragnar.
Hmm.
She did talk
doesn't
about
help.
him once or twice.
Look, all I'm saying is that this is the most of a lead you've gotten in a while.
I understand.
I
Definitely
just
more pieces to add to this
think
puzzle.
there's way too
Well,
much of it to be a coincidence.
I mean, we have some more information. I'm assuming Shayfer is done with looking over the other stuff that you got.
Shayfer just holds up the clipboard. Yep, I got a few other things here. So, good news and bad news. The good news
Let's go
is
with the bad news first. Bad news first. Let's go
The
off
bad
on the
news
bad note
is-
first.
if this does go down to the bone, this is something that is connected to a magical conduit that is kind of coinciding with this. And from what I overheard, at least the beginning there, that twig, that stick that he used to carve into you, if you destroy that, it may destroy all of the runes on your body, which could possibly change you back to normal.
Normal being a kitten?
Normal being a cat.
Would
But,
Box want to go back to being?
which brings me to that. If you were to remove everything and go back to normal, your lifespan would decrease significantly. You would only have a few more years before you die. Cats don't have that long of a life. If you stay this way and don't do anything at all, you can live a much longer life. That being said, though, you'll be in excruciating pain for most of it. You can hold on to this branch, this conduit, whatever it is, and control it yourself, or destroy it. Now, the good news. The good news is none of the magical items that you've been near recently have affected your runes. But unfortunately, that's the only good news that I have. So it's kind of coinciding with the bad news.
I do have one more thing.
Oh?
They might have changed again
Excuse me?
during the memory when I talked to my mother.
How would... Where? Where would they have changed?
Probably the ones on my head.
And, Shayfer is going to move your fur out of the way and examine. And sure enough, the one on your head is gone. Huh. That one was for control.
Yeah, she said he no longer has control over me. I'm not really sure what that means, but she got rid of it.
Well, that's good. If you ever did see this person again, the last thing you want is for them to be able to control you.
Yeah?
Wait. And Schaefer's gonna turn to Theo. I thought these were memories. Why did it alter his body?
He also got stuck, so I feel like
Memories...
there's a lot of weird
no,
things
no,
going on.
No. He's an oracle. He should only be able to show you what you've already experienced. If this is gone, and it wasn't before my research, that happened in real time. That happened now.
I did say before going in there that I have a bunch of weird magic shit going on that I don't understand, so something's probably going to go fucky.
But you said it disappeared after she interacted with you.
Yeah, she showed up. She was with my siblings in her cave while Theo couldn't see or find me. We had conversation. She talked to me, she kissed me on the head, and the room disappeared. And then the cave was empty. So she's not there anymore either. So don't really know what to go off of that.
Well, I'll leave you guys to all of this because there's just too much variables and too many things that I have to take into account. And with things constantly changing, it's something that I can't just keep researching. I can't keep y'all here and keep going and going until something new happens.
Yeah,
There's-
like
not
the
to mention
math
there's
is.
Go on.
I was just going to say the math is mathing, but I'm also really bad at math.
Mal, what were you going to
Shayfer
say?
also needed us to well, he would like us to go back into the dungeon and figure out
No,
what was
no,
happening.
no. Absolutely the fuck
We
not.
recently learned that Box is
with
claustrophobic.
the creatures appearing there. Doesn't want
I'll wait
anything bad to happen
outside.
to the city.
I will wait outside. I am not going back down there.
So,
But it's something that we need to come together as a group to decide on whether we're going to go and do it. Could give them time to figure out what's going on with the runes.
I feel like there's just too
And
many
other
things going on
problems.
with the runes that there's a lot of holes that we haven't exactly figured out.
Let's
Jay,
take it-
what do you think?
I mean, I have no sway in either or. We can go back in there, or we can just move on.
So why can't we just blow the whole place up?
It's a memorial.
Yeah, but now there's monsters
Phraan
and
looks
spooky
offended.
things.
Even if we
There's-
blow up the entrance, it doesn't mean something couldn't dig its way back out. We don't know where
I
these
was
things
talking
are
about
coming from.
I was talking about putting things further down below, just to
Same problem.
Also-
we don't know exactly how
like
far away
it's-
they are.
yeah.
Also, didn't you say you heard moaning in one of the holes?
Yeah, there was like a big hole down there that had sounds coming out of it, and I was just like, yeah, I already don't want to be down here.
Wait, Shayfer, are you asking us to clear the dungeon or just find out how they're getting into it?
Either one, honestly.
Well,
I
I
would
mean,
just
there's the
prefer-
big hole.
I would prefer that monsters don't start spewing out of them and heading towards the town that I live in.
Right.
The tiny town. There's like 4 or 5 houses here.
Okay, we'll look at Morgana, Will, and Malve.
What do you say?
Jay will look at you, Will, and Malve.
It's my opinion that we're here and we can deal with it.
We can.
You can deal with it. I'm not doing it.
Take the time to think about it. You don't have to rush.
Oh, I did thinking all right.
Will?
I recommend taking a day. Not just
Probably.
going back in right now or not, just taking a day.
That's probably
Yeah,
best.
We have been through a lot. It would be for the better for us
Think-
to at least have a breather.
If things are coming out of the fucking cave, we'll go deal with that. But and Box, if you don't want to go in, you don't have to. But I will say that I would feel more comfortable with you by our side to help us fight motherfuckers. Because you're really good at biting the face off of dumbasses.
And torching an
but-
entire room.
But I
And being
really
fast.
I really do not like small spaces.
That's
I
fair.
do have a spell that should be able to help you for a little while anyways, whenever we enter.
What spell?
It's heroism.
I'll think about it.
We can also look into
It's
common
a willing
motions
creature you
and
touch
things
is
like that.
imbued with bravery until the spell ends. The creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal
Ah.
to your spellcasting ability. Yep.
But it's up to you, Bucks. But I will say that I feel more comfortable with you fighting beside us than not.
Yes, we'd all enjoy you to be around us too.
That's really all I have to say. I think that taking a day and then getting back together around lunch tomorrow. How's that sound?
Sounds
I'd
like
say
an
that
idea.
would work.
That way, if we do need to head out, we can head out while the sun is still up.
Yeah, we have gone through most of the day today, so
Would be best.
probably best not
And
to
then
go
before
in
we
there
leave-
at nighttime before going.
What, Malv?
And then before we leave, we should definitely make sure we top off our sigils just in case. Or
Sounds like a plan.
I
runes.
know Theo can do it, and I think Shayfer can do it. I'm not sure.
But
Well,
yes, we should all rest,
Yeah.
gain our faculties back.
Need to
So,
excuse me for a sec.
okay.
Hmm?
What would Will like to do?
He's going to go knock on Schaefer's door.
Okay. Shayfer will respond for you to come in, essentially.
Will's going to enter, shut the door, and just kind of stand by it for a second, scratching his chin.
Mm.
Does the timing match up for him?
I don't know. I don't know, Will.
I don't want him to be a part of this. I'm not trying to say that he is, but he's dedicated to his work.
The kind of work that he does isn't that, Will.
Do we know that for a fact? Or are
I
you
mean,
hoping?
That's not for me to say. I taught him magic. Alright? Ellie taught him more. I don't know what more magic he knows. But I didn't teach him that. That wouldn't
know.
be something that my son would do.
Is there anybody you know that goes by James? That's
No.
in the magical world. Okay. Just keep an ear to the ground. He's just as much my family.
I know.
I don't like having to think that, but you're both really fucking good with magic, all right?
We know! Runs in our blood.
Yeah.
Have you tried contacting Ellie about it?
Not yet. Just
She
put
might.
two and two together while we were all talking, so.
She might also know something, but I don't know when, with her whole status change. I don't know when the
Yeah.
last time she, spoke to him.
If you could try to hit him up, but also, just. It just kind of makes sense in my head, I guess. Evil King reaches out to some of the best, mages and magic practitioners, and weird shit ends up happening.
Right.
Have you gotten any connection or communication from him or the king recently? Could be tied to this.
I have not had communication from my son.
And Will goes, oh, okay. His eyes get really narrow and the paranoia starts ringing real fucking loud. And you said not your son.
Yes.
But as for the king...
Well, I'm the only doctor on this continent. Of course I've been beckoned by the king every so often. That's not unheard of.
Yeah, but why just say it like you said it?
Because you want to know my personal business
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with that.
Fine. Has nothing to do with it until it does. That's the big thing.
If it does, I would be the one to report it to you.
Fucking hell. Okay.
I don't understand this mentality that you are above other people's privacy. You need to know everything that goes on in my life. If I leave out certain information, Will, that's because I deem it not worth your time.
Yeah, okay. I get that to a point. But it's not just me, right? We're hearing all this stuff, and it affects a lot of people.
Correct.
And it's not that I'm above your privacy, man. I respect your privacy. I do. But what I'm trying to do is make sure that the people underneath me and with me and working beside me don't walk into something and get murked.
And what makes you think that I would allow you to get murked? So
you wouldn't.
Then
you
fucking
wouldn't, James.
Trust me, Will.
I do, but I also trust that I trust you. Believe me, I trust you, but I also know you love your son. I know that you're trying to be the best doctor possible. All right? And I know what being dedicated to something can do to blinding somebody.
And you think I don't?
I do. That's why I don't pull my punches. That's why I'm honest with you. That's why I ask the questions directly. I'm not trying to sift through your shit. Because if I truly didn't trust you,
it's a constant
I would be shifting.
Fight with you, Will.
Yes! You've known me for how long, and that's news?
I just am so tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of any time I want to try to keep something to myself, it has to be your information. You have to know what it is. You have to get pointed.
Because people die, James.
And do you think I'm allowing people to die, Will?
No.
Then shut up and accept my answers.
Again.
Would you prefer, and he goes over to his desk and he grabs the paper, would you like me to just slap this in your fucking face? Would you like to read every parcel I receive from the king? Would you like to receive every summons I've had from the king? Huh? Do you want to have all of the information that I've ever had going to Falkirk, New Haven, to everywhere? Do you want every fucking report on all of my patients just so you can shut the fuck up for once and just accept that people can't always give you the information that you are requesting? Sometimes, Will, we have to hold on to the information we have because it's not necessary for what you need to know. Maybe you need to just take that and accept it. Nobody's going to give you all the answers, Will. You're never going to just get all the answers. That's not something that people naturally do. It doesn't matter how much you bully or push or pull or try to steal the information. It is not yours to take. So when I say I have not heard from my son, and just because I only answered half of the fucking question, perhaps I'm holding on to something that is not worth your time.
First off, James, you and everything about you's always been worth my time. Always. Secondly, I know this isn't the answer you want to hear, but I would love to see all that information.
No!
Because I am a paranoid bastard, James. Because I am what I am, and I know that. It's not that I don't trust you, but I trust my eyes just as much. I want to believe everything people tell me, but I can't. I physically can't.
And I am a
I
doctor.
know that's fucked.
I am trying to take care of my patients.
I know. And I'm trying to take care of my crew.
And maybe you should respect who I'm trying to take care of too. It's not just about you and your crew. There are other people involved that aren't just you guys.
And
For
I
once,
can't
I
worry
would
about
love,
them.
I would love to sit down and have a conversation with you where it didn't turn into this. I haven't seen you in years, Will. I would have loved to just sit down, have some tea, maybe some lunch, catch up, converse, and not feel like you're using me for information constantly. I am not an informant. I'm a physician. I'm your family, Will.
How many people
What?
do you think? I'm fucked up, James.
I know that. Gods, everyone knows that, Will. You don't exactly keep
You
that
know-
a secret.
Because I find it's easier to just filter people like that.
And that's great.
You are family. You've always been family. I have and I will kill for you. But I can't slow down. As long as there are people. Everything keeps escalating. Everything keeps escalating.
How?
I don't know. Maybe the informant who ends up working with me turns out to be a basilisk, or one of the guys who I considered one of my best friends keeps fucking losing his shit and snapping, and after telling me to be in charge, then decides to make decisions that actively cause people to almost die. I got some fucking spores in my fucking face and I had to literally use everything I had not to kill everyone in the fucking cave. Or, Box. There's the whole thing with Box, where he's just trying to fucking live his life, and it keeps coming out of the fucking nooks and crannies, and now he knows he was a fucking cat. Which, yeah, the name is funny. I laugh about it, but it's because otherwise I'd fucking break down and want to strangle a random motherfucker who may or may not be someone I considered my own sibling. And I'm sorry, James. I wish I could have shown up and we had tea. But when I showed up, shit was going down. And I needed help, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to treat you as an informant. And you're not just a physician. You're Shayfer James. You're my uncle. You're my family. You are my blood before blood. Which is why I want to know everything so I can help. And people, since I was a kid, have chosen what information I got. People chose what information I had when I was working with fucking traffickers and didn't know it. And I get that you have every right to be upset and fucking irritated with me. That's why I'm not lying to you. That's why I'm not saying I'm not a paranoid son of a bitch. But I can't not be that right now. Because being a paranoid son of a bitch has kept me alive. There hasn't been a day where being a paranoid son of a bitch has not outweighed being kind to someone. And I hate that. But every time I turn around, things escalate. My team is trying not to eat each other, both metaphorically and reality-wise, because of the fact that they are just who they are. And being nice when I can be, like helping Box and I use the same techniques on them that I use on me that you taught me about anxiety. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. What they don't realize is that is my breath pattern day after day. And I'm sorry, James. I really am sorry. But I am just not built to sit down and have tea. I haven't stopped in years. When everyone is stopping, I'm still reading. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out the next steps. What we can do to keep everyone alive when we either go down into the fucking basement or eventually have to behead some fucking king, because it seems like everything's going wrong right now is through that bastard. When I first met Phraan, I couldn't help but have paranoia build up in me, and as I got to know him a little bit better, now I fuck with him because it's the only real way I know how to show affection. And I know it pisses him off.
So you
But
just
it's better
like to
that
piss people off.
No! I wish I didn't piss people off. I wish people looked at me with a smile on their face instead of irritation, disgust, and frustration. I don't know anything else, and I'm trying to learn other things. I'm trying to be calmer. I'm trying to be a little bit nicer each day, but the more time goes on, the more I'm realizing I just have to be ready to cut somebody's fucking limbs off at the last minute. So what do I do? Do I just be nice
The entire
until
party
the end?
to roll a perception check.
Perception?
Mhm.
Oh, where'd my sheet go?
Pseudo 20.
Not funny.
Perception.
Pseudo 20.
21.
Okay. Good lord, look at all those 20s. You all hear everything that Will is saying. Everything.
Because they are as much my family as you are, James. And I want them to be able to retire someday and not die in a fucking gutter. Same thing with you. I'm so happy that you get to be a physician instead of what you were. And I know you're happy for that too, despite how things had to be handled. I don't know how to shut down. I know how to help other people do it. And I will continue to do that to the best of my ability, but being a jackass and a motherfucker is about as good as it gets for me right now. I'm sorry about that, all right? I don't want you to think I'm trying to use you. But the more information I know, the better I can prep. and the better I can make sure that
And the information
God
that I have
forbid.
provided you is the information that will better serve you. Information regarding me and myself have nothing to do with you.
Can Morgana knock on the door at this point?
Sure. Come in.
And she opens the door. You know, Will, for having an informant, you're really bad at using her.
You're really bad at relying on your party. Period. Seem to feel like you need
You
to
have
take
to do
everything on your own
everything
shoulders.
yourself.
Thin walls.
Very thin.
Or the fact that he's constantly screaming.
That didn't help.
How many panic attacks has the crew had in the past month? Four. How many breakdowns have we had in the past month? Individually speaking, when it comes to just working together. 6.
Most of those were you.
No. I was 4 of them total. I had a panic attack 3 times that I broke down. But overall, I'm trying to be better about it.
You keep saying that.
Yeah. Because I am.
I
don't talk shit.
I
to you
have yet
directly.
to see much change.
How many times did we bash our heads against each other when we first met?
Well, the point is, you're complaining about not being able to do what you need to do, but you also don't rely on any of us. You have to take everything out yourself. And even when we do tell you that might not be a good idea, you do it anyway.
I have been
Jay!
leaning on you guys.
Yeah,
Come in here, please.
and he will go in there.
Talk to Will about what you told me.
What did I tell you?
That, I don't know, you were gonna talk to him about how he's been recently, or something.
Look, y'all can use my office for this discussion.
We'll
And
go to the
Shayfer is
end.
going to pick up his documents that he knows
Got to
Will is
work.
going to try to pocket.
I'm
take it
not
with
gonna
him.
pocket your shit. We'll go to the end.
Let me
Or we
put
can
it
talk.
this way. Paranoia. And he walks out.
Will, what's going on?
You don't want to have this conversation right
No.
now.
You didn't give
this
me a
is the perfect
choice.
time to have this conversation for everyone here.
You didn't give me a choice in the dungeon. I'm not giving you a choice now. What's really going on?
What's going on?
Other
Between
than
you and me?
paranoia.
Between you and me, I leaned on you twice. And you ignored me. And it got me possessed by fucking spores where I almost wanted to kill y'all.
We
Will?
told you.
You
You can
told
handle
us.
it, Jay.
You told us.
Non.
You were giving us an instruction, and you were attacked in the middle of it. So, let me apologize.
Non-lethal.
Let me
earlier.
apologize for not knowing that that thing that was attacking you, that assailed my friend, was going to eject spores that would have affected you. So I'm sorry. I'm not versed in myconid knowledge.
It's not
But
that.
it's not about that. Then what is it really about? Because I defended my friend from being attacked. Sorry, I didn't know that spores were going to infect you. So if it's not about me defending my friend being attacked, what is it really?
Will's going to step up to Jay. It's about the fact that you asked me multiple times throughout our relationship to go ahead and call the shots. And you acted in lethality when I said non-lethal.
So is it
The
just
spore
because
was an unknown side effect? But it's not just that. Over the past month, there's been a breakdown in communication. Part of it's me, and I get that. And I tried having that conversation a couple times. But it just isn't working. And I want it to. So fucking bad, man. That's why I said, if you want to call the shots, you can call the shots.
it's not about calling the shots, Will? Like you said, it's about communication. So, communicate.
Okay. I'm trying to kill less people. I've killed a lot of people. I'm trying to kill less people.
Then
And
let
if we
us
can-
do it. If you're that worried
No,
about you
no,
killing other people.
God fucking damn it. No, that's not the point. I have had groups of people who killed under me. That's still me killing people.
It's not under you though.
Well,
We're a group. We're a party. We're not under you. If anything, we should all be equal here.
Do you know
Well,
how many people I've killed before I came to this fucking party?
well, we're adventurers.
No.
That is our entire job, Will. We kill people.
We solve problems.
That in of itself is up for debate, but yes, it does happen
Solve
too.
problems.
It's an occupational hazard when it needs to be.
Yes.
To say the least.
But gods be damned. I will let anyone harm any of you. So I will
There's no-
apologize for ignoring your instructions, but I will not apologize for defending you.
I'm not
There is
asking for
no
your apology.
point in non-lethal when you are dying.
And I get your concern. I get the concern that you could have killed one of us, but you should have trusted us to help you. And we did. We did. We stopped you from doing anything you might have regret. And yet you still exploded like I was the cause of that entire thing. So what is this really about? Is it because you don't trust us? Or is it because I'm the problem?
I'm going to ask you one question. Feel free to answer how you see fit.
He's listening.
Yeah, Will's trying to think of his words because, again, he's trying to be.
Please don't bring up another metaphorical question.
It's not a metaphorical question. It's a very literal question. If I'm asking something of you, you tell me I can trust you to do that thing, but you don't, for whatever reason, is that not a reason to have a discussion later?
Later. But you never did that. You did that right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was
Because
no
we're in
discussion.
the middle of combat.
It was an argument.
Because we were in the middle of combat and we didn't know what was in the next room. I didn't know if we'd be able to have another conversation later.
It was fine. There was nothing near. We still had the walkaways.
What was in the next rooms?
We were in a secluded area of the dungeon. We could have been watching the door.
It was a dungeon.
Yes. But there was nothing immediately pressuring us. We could have talked concisely about what was going on. And just because you yell out what you want someone to do, it's you can't force someone to do what you want them to. Well, you can't control other people. Maybe Jay should have heeded your warning, and maybe he should have done non-lethal. Probably should have. But we were in the heat of a battle, and he saw you in danger.
And if you want more information from people, then use the informant that you have. Instead of going off and bullying people until they give you the information.
And if you have
It's my job
problem,
that you hired me for.
Fine.
and if you have a problem with me, talk to me about it because it's between us.
Or if you think it's something that affects the whole party, gather the whole party. We'll talk about it.
You don't have to do everything by yourself.
Fine. Okay. All right. You see as Will takes 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. You can physically see him on that third 4 in, 4 out, as long as it's taking. You can physically see his hands tighten, but his face loosens. It's kind of like frustration on it. I will try to lean on you more.
Thank you.
And don't just say that this time.
I never just say it. Okay? I never just say it. You might not see it, but I am doing everything I can not to lose my shit.
I do see it.
I'm just trying to make sure that everyone can have enough free time to go and solve whatever problems they need to, while also handling whatever shit gets thrown our way. On top of that, he's going to pull out a pamphlet, handwritten, one for each member of the party, how to deal with anxiety attacks, and panic attacks.
Oh.
He hands them out. Read them, please.
Okay then.
It's methods for both self-help as well as helping each other, because panic attacks seem to be the one thing we all have in common.
Well, I was
And then
only
he goes-
that one time, but
Twice.
it was the second time.
Like 5 minutes later, you got better and then you didn't.
Because I was under an influence of Phraan.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm just saying, read it and help each other out.
I think this is
And-
healthy.
It's so healthy.
You're not
Thank you.
Healthy?
Get the fuck
Theo.
out!
Theo, outside, please.
Oh, hello, Theo.
Oh, sorry. He leaves.
It's like Will's blood pressure
Well-
immediately spikes. And then fucking...
Unless you're officially joining the party, Theo.
Morgana's
Oh,
going to
that boy.
go out and
You wish.
yeah,
You
it's
guys
like
wish.
I mean, were you going to? Did you need anything?
No.
Get out!
Okay.
4 seconds in. 4 seconds out.
If it was
You know,
Volga,
most
he
people
would've
would-
liked it.
Would start counting before they have the reaction. Just saying.
Sometimes you only know after the fact, so you do what you can to shorten your reaction at that moment. Recognize the anger, you internalize, and you manifest peace.
Chat was like, "Where was Theo? Was he just standing in the corner like a creeper?" Technically, he was
Bizarre.
outside, and
You
I was
just-
just making a comment as a DM, and they just assumed he was Theo.
Thin walls,
It
thin walls,
sounded like a
right?
Theo
Thin walls,
line.
thin walls, thin walls.
Thin walls, thin walls, thin
You know
walls.
what? I like
sounded
You
to
like a
just
think
hear.
I like to think he was
You
standing outside the window, and he's like,
It was
"That's
the window.
real good progress, guys."
You just hear Carissa in the background. Theo, stop looking at people through the windows again.
sorry.
Eavesdropping. Dropping on them eaves.
Eaves, dropping eaves. I wouldn't drop in no eaves, sir.
So well.
So,
I will try to lean on you guys more. But I do ask that you please understand that I am paranoid for a reason, as well as paranoid enough to see things from a certain perspective.
Will, what information do you want me to get?
Anything and everything. In all
No,
actuality.
you came here for a reason. What information do you want me to get?
I need you to look into Shayfer's son.
Give me a name, and I'll see what I can do.
What is his name again? I'm sorry, DM. I spaced it.
You are good. I'm about to type it in chat.
It's a...
Vinci.
Vinci, thank you. I'm so sorry.
Vinci.
Vinci.
It was originally
Jahams.
in like OG campaign where Vinci was there. It was originally Vada Vinci, but nobody could pronounce it, so I just made it Vinci.
Vada Vinci.
Yes, correct.
Vada Vinci.
So his
What
original
had me
name was
laughing-
Vada Vinci, but Vinci is what people say
I mean,
it as.
Do you want me to
Vinci
roll
James.
a history check to see if, like, she might at least recognize the name or anything?
Sure.
That is a 15.
15. Vinci James, well known for his original take on... Oh god, how do I put this? Well known for his original spells. That's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
His last
And
name
what
is the
about...
same fa-
Sorry.
You're good. His last name is James. Based on the dream and the fact that there's only a handful of mages with the type of power and knowledge to do this kind of weird magical bullshit, I need you to look to see if there's any connection between Vinci, the king, and illegal experimentation.
Was that so hard? And she kind of smiles.
I would rather ask James directly so that I don't feel like I'm going around his back.
It's not going around his back, it's using the tools you have.
It's going around his back. He would get pissed at me.
Tomato, tomato, but I'll do what I can.
Also, if you can do me one more favor.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yes.
What?
Look into the possibility. I'm sure you're already going to, but look into the possibility that Fox's mom is Serafina. Any information?
Oh, I'm
you
way
can
ahead
get,
of you.
Appreciate it.
Fran may not
Well-
believe that it's something that might be because he needs direct facts, but also this is the only lead that we've had.
On top of that, I feel like James is similar. Not the same, but similar.
I can understand them not wanting to jump to conclusions.
Yep.
Feel relieved just for it to not be true.
Which is fine, but I don't know.
But
I don't
I'm a
understand
paranoid
that, but-
bastard.
Everyone thinks of things differently.
Everyone what?
Thinks of these things differently.
Also, I know that we said we'd take a chill day, but I would really like for us to discuss how we do our fighting styles and things like that. Who's going to be front line? Who's going to be back line? Who's going to go ahead and handle this? Who's going to go ahead and handle that? Obviously, we want to be flexible because, like, Ragnar was able to torch entire fucking rooms. Good job, buddy!
Who?
Or not Ragnar.
Who's
fucking-
Ragnar?
You mean the god?
Box.
Theo pops in.
Box.
That's my uncle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Box was able to be really flexible and torch entire rooms. Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
That
Pick him
was
from the bed.
That was
Just-
Ragnar.
that was Ragnar.
I mean, he asked for
Uncle!
Gragnar.
Same energy as Papa. But I would like for us to have an understanding of our placements in combat. Especially
I mean, I figured you, Box, and I was about to say James, Jay, were typically the front line.
Absolutely the fuck not. I feel like Box is more of like a blitz attacker. I run into a bunch of damage and then run away.
I am not the greatest in combat, but I have some tricks up my sleeve, but that's about it in terms of combat.
So I would like for us to have a little conversation about that before we all go doing our own things.
Well, you did say you wanted me to go into the Basilisk form more often.
As long as there's space for it, sure.
Audio got really bad.
I don't know.
Sound got crunchy for a moment. Really?
It sounds fine now.
Sounds fine to me, but
Might have been the stream crunchy.
Yeah, might have just been stream.
I know on occasion I have heard Beck's voice get crunchy.
I've only, yeah.
It's essentially my headphones. Whenever they're dying, they'll do that. So that's probably.
It's okay. I'm still recording, so if there's any audio issues, I can just.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, stream. I mean, we're about to end it, but I'm gonna turn off my headphones and turn them back on real quick. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Have you tried turning them off and on again? Good. Speaking of which, my mouse just decided to start blinking red at me.
Oh no. So, are we good? Do we have all the tantrums done and over with now?
There we go. Okay.
I would appreciate if you don't call it a tantrum.
Well, that's
that
essentially
really
what they
does
are.
Get me my blood boiling.
All right, Will, what is something that calms you down?
And Will just for a split second stares off and then pulls himself back. Yeah, no. Last time we did that, I almost killed Box.
Oh.
Right, that would get you pumped up, and yeah, it would help you de-stress a bit. But that's not calm.
No, I feel very calm after combat.
Out of character, what time are we talking about? I don't remember.
When we all fought.
Oh, that.
Will
when you
very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Combat calms me.
Is there absolutely nothing else that brings you peace of mind?
I like to fuck.
Well, you don't exactly have anybody here that...
You should definitely talk to your wife from time to time,
yeah.
then.
Yeah, that's why I said that there's not really anything here other than me bashing in some heads.
Then save
you should at least converse with your wife.
I love conversing with my wife. I do converse with her quite often.
Anyways.
Just figure it out and stop taking it out on us all the time.
I don't, believe it or not. I really don't.
Okay.
No, I'm not shitting you. I do my best to hold back.
I'm going to hold my tongue.
Okay.
Are we done here?
We're going to discuss combat later, but everybody go eat, do what the fuck you want. We can do that before we go to bed, I guess.
All right. I think that is a good place to stop the session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good work today, everyone. Good trauma.
Good trauma, always.
Real happy. Thank you guys for, hanging out and, being supporters of the Dreamers. In case you didn't know, we have a YouTube channel where we post all of our stuff. And we have a TikTok where we post a lot of the shorts and stuff like that. Oh, you were so close to bingo. Look at that.
Jay, get over here. Let me kill you.
Oh my god.
Like right now, please.
Even though I just said I'm glad I didn't kill you. Let me kill you.
You can tell
Morgana
me,
didn't smoke gillyweed? That's surprising.
Oh, that's gonna
Yeah.
change next session. That's for sure. Got some plans.
Box and Zanzibar did not do crimes, unfortunately.
Aww.
And Jay didn't
This
even
time.
attempt to flirt with Morgana. That's wild.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
No.
Not
We
today.
We should also change the Volca one to Volca Theo, like Volca/Theo
Yeah.
at some point.
my
Did
God,
she
Nala.
water gillyweed?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Every
we did
time it's
say
not
anytime
mentioned.
there's yeah.
All right. So, thank you guys for watching. For those of y'all who did, if you want to check out more of our content, go to our YouTube channel or go to our YouTube channel, Beyond the Dreamers. It's where we post all of our sessions. We have As Above, So Below. We have Last Night In that you're watching right now. And we also have a few of the shorts and stuff like that we're doing, which are the one-shots / maybe just short sessions and stuff like that. We also post about a lot of our reward stuff that we do, or whenever we're having raffles for you to be able to participate in a one-shot campaign, which we're also continuing with Jay, aka Jojo. They are hosting a one-shot campaign that is featuring some of the dreamers from our Discord channel. So, just so you know, we have a Discord channel. Thank you, Ria, for posting that in the socials in our chat there.
Mhm.
Next episode, we have that all on the, the Discord. So you should go check that out if you want to go see whenever our schedules are going to be up. You will be the first ones to know and get notifications of whenever we go live. Rather than you having to wait to see if Twitch will give you a notification, we'll just give you the notification directly through our Discord. So yeah, it's pretty neat. But yes, thank you for all the players for your wonderful work today and your wonderful RPing skills. And thank you everyone for watching. But until next time, we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.